What's up, gang? This is the GoodBerean. Welcome back. We're back playing some blueprints. We are on day 41. I have forgotten to wake up my controller, as is standard, but that's okay. We are here, and we are continuing our blueprints run. And I have a master plan. I don't really have a master plan. I kind of have a master plan, I should say. I always simultaneously do and do not have a master plan, as longtime viewers will expect of me. And the master plan today is to mostly remember what we accomplished last time, because I do remember it's been a while since we played. It's only been since Thursday, but for me that's like ages and ages. So I don't super duper remember where we're at. So we are going to visit ye old notepad and see if we can jog our brain cells. So, where did we leave off? Did we I think, did we already do which of these have we done? We already knew about our mom being a spy. I think last time was when we went to the bird coop and found some letters from Mary. And we found out there's some interesting lore here where Mary owned some birds and she was in school and she sent some birds to her mom with letters, and they weren't allowed to keep birds, so she sent them home for the winter or something like that. And then she sent multiple letters. We only got a couple of them though. Some of the birds got lost. School is going better, but apparently there's some previous unread letter that where she didn't feel that way. And she's going away for 3 years somewhere, I forget already. What else happened? Herbert. Oh yeah. She sent a letter to Herbert, and she it was noticeably less warm than her letters to her mom. She was like, "Dear Mom, hi Mom," and then she's just like, "Hello Herbert." So I suspect that there's some tension there that perhaps we will unpack over time. But she did invite him to dinner, so it's not like they're fully estranged. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, there was this cryptic, undated note. I wasn't really sure what it meant at all, so I just wrote it down verbatim. We are returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. And I'm pretty sure that I didn't capitalize Tuesday because the note didn't capitalize Tuesday. I don't know if that's important, but everything simultaneously is and is not important in this game, so who knows. If the coast is not clear, lower the SD or the FD. I remember being confused by the lettering, by the just like the font there, to warn us. Okay, so not really sure what that means, but perhaps it will make sense in time. And then we also had another Alzara vision about children running in the forest and laughing in the courtyard, and there being an old man that I tried to remember the face of and presumed it might have been Simon Sinclair. And then an old woman that I also couldn't remember, but I wasn't sure if it was like Clara or Lady Ashlyn or someone else. And something about the chair, but I don't really understand the importance of the chair. So, what else do we do? Oh, so we did solve, I don't remember if it was last time or the time before, but we did solve recently the HVAC room. So the boiler room has like the HVAC system, and we turned on the HVAC system, so now it's on. The problem is you can only point the HVAC system out of one of 3 vents from the boiler room, and apparently the HVAC system has to be connected to a room that also has an HVAC system in order for it to like travel through the estate. So I'm not sure exactly which rooms did or did not have HVAC systems, but now I'm starting to note them down. So I'm glad that we reviewed that, because that's going to be something that I want to keep in my brain. It does raise the question, though. It does beg the question. And I'm going to start saying beg the question, even though my philosophy professor in college didn't like that. I'm going to start saying it because everyone else says it, and it is therefore colloquially correct, and therefore I'm going to say it because it just sounds better. It just rolls off the tongue, you know? You just want to say it. More on that later. Anyway, we should probably discuss my master plan. And the thing about my master plan is I don't have one. Well, I sort of have one. So, because at this point, I'm not going to say that we've solved most of the puzzles, but with most of the puzzles, we're kind of at a stalemate. We've hit a lot of the different, like, touchstone points that we need to, like, we've been to a lot of the rooms that are going to elucidate different pieces of the puzzle. And so at this point, we kind of need just like one big breakthrough. And it kind of is looking like that breakthrough has to be room 46. While I'm not necessarily in a rush to get to room 46, I'm not really sure what else we could set as our goal reasonably. Besides the obvious, like, small goals of save up money, make permanent changes to the environment. We can't, but on the learning front, we're starting to kind of like run out of knowledge to accumulate. Again, not that we've solved everything, but I don't know how to progress on the mysteries that we still have. So the plan is going to be to do something here. So we got quite a choice here. Tool Shed gives us 2 free items off the rip. That's pretty good. Tomb gives us lots of coins now that we actually have everything opened in the tomb, or at least as much as I could. Like, we got the candle, we got the blowtorch, we opened up some spots in the tomb. So presumably we can get to the place that has the money. And the trading post has stuff that is potentially, we can trade potentially common things for potentially rare things, which is pretty good. We did, what did we do last time? There was something where we got a bunch of money and we got the showroom and we got the closet, and we stored something away in the closet. I don't remember what we stored away. It was, we deliberated on quite a bit, I think. But in any case, we're not going to be trading that away. I think what we do instead is, let's just play it safe. We go Tool Shed here. Get 2 solid tools right out the rip. And here we go. Sledgehammer, wrench. And what do we have? Just those. Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. I know we got the... did we buy the moon pendant last time? Is that what we bought? I want to say that we bought the moon pendant and then we stored that away in the closet. I think that's what happened. Gee, I bet I would... Here I am all talking up my master plan, and I don't even remember what I've accomplished in game. But that's okay. As is tradition, we go east. And I think we go den here, early game den. Gives us 2 entrances, gives us an early gem. I hate to use such a good room so early on, so consistently, but we do get this because we have a sledgehammer. So that gives us coins and dice, which is a win. All right, give me some coins. Here we go. All right, we're already off to a rip roaring start. Okay, what else can we do? We go parlor here. Not a bad parlor play, especially because we've got the coins. I think we just go for broke on gems. All right, parlor, what you got for me? We've had some pretty good luck with parlor in general. I think last time marks our first ever true parlor loss, and or it might have been the time before. And I don't actually understand how we lost, because I feel like I came down to one, like it was between 2 possible solutions, and apparently neither were correct. Only one box is true, okay? The black box contains the gems. Wait. Well, we'll come back to that. The blue box contains the gems. Okay, so right off the rip, we know that these are mutually exclusive statements, right? Because we know that only one box can contain the gems. So if the black box contains the gems, it's not the case that the blue box contains the gems, and vice versa. Therefore, these cannot share the same truth value. One of them might be true and the other false. I suppose it's also possible that neither of them are true. In in which case, which I think is probably what's going to end up being the case. But let's go, before I break that down more, let's go over here. Only one box is true. Well, if this is the only box that is true, then that means these two are false. Because if only one box is true, and this is the true, if only one box is true is a true statement, then this is the true box, and that means these two are false boxes, which we just established could be the case, right? It's possible they could both be false. The black box does not contain gems, and the blue box does not contain the gems, which means if this is true, the white box contains the gems. Let's presume this is false. If it's false, that only one box is true, then that means that more than one box must be true. And if this is the false one, that makes both of these true. But we've just established that cannot be the case, because that would imply that multiple boxes contain gems, both black and blue. So therefore, we know by contradiction that this is the true box, and therefore the white box contains the gems. Let's go. All right, off to a great start with that. Okay, love a good parlor puzzle. I think I would go lavatory here for the dead end if it had something, but because it has nothing, and I don't want to do it, I think we go nook here for the key. What else have we got? Anything? No? Lamp? I love lamp. Go this way. Ooh, office. We do have the gems for it. We do have the gems for it. I don't know if an early game office is the play, but it might be. Maybe we go office here. But I think I'm gonna do something crazy. Well, actually, no. I want to kind of do an experiment. Do I want to do an experiment? No, actually, I don't want to do an experiment. I'm going to leave this for now. So I know that there's a thing in here, and I've yet to solve it. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Ball of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. I don't know what you could be, though. March of the Count. I haven't the foggiest. We'll have to come back to it. Second nook. Kind of don't want to use my other gem already. So the commissary would be good. Okay, whatever. I'll go commissary. This might be a mistake, but I do want to see what's for sale. We got a shovel still. Okay, so the shovel remains. Last time, so the last couple of times we've been fighting, getting like having like the shovel magnifying glass combo, and I was trying to figure out how to get the magnifying glass out of there. I didn't do anything to get the magnifying glass out of there. It's just gone. So I think that that's told us is that we can buy the shovel. As long as we just keep the shovel on special order, everything else will change around it. But I think we just leave shovel and hope that it doesn't ever disappear, ever. And if it does, then that teaches us something. I'll do Salt Shaker too. Salt Shaker is generally a good investment. I can't afford those, so I guess we're not buying them. But I would probably buy them if we had the cash, which we could get. We could do. I'm gonna do spread gold. All right. I don't know how many gold that spread per se. So I'm just gonna do a quick double back here and see if there's any gold that has been spread. 2 coins. It's not a lot. What else? Any coins in here? 5 coins. Pretty good. What about in here? 3 more coins. Okay, not bad, not bad. That was what? 10 coins. Now we did spread gold fairly recently, so I don't know how much it's like. Does it have to build up over time, or is it like dependent on how many rooms there are? I'd imagine that, because my idea was like, okay, so if I use it now when there's not a lot of rooms, 14 gold. If I use it now while there's not a lot of rooms, then maybe it will, oh wait, never mind, 19 gold, possibly 20 if I miscounted. My thought was that if there's not a lot of rooms, then the rooms there are will have a lot more gold and it'll be easy to get it all. So that's actually a pretty big win. I kind of want to buy both of these while we're here then. Because I feel like that's going to all pay out. What do we do here? We could go pantry or bedroom. Bedroom would give us more steps. Would be a bad place for bedroom. But also more coins might be worth it. But we also just bought a bunch of stuff, so I don't know how much more worth it actually would be. Oh, but pantry might also have apple. So I think we just do this because we get food. We'll have a salted banana. And it will help us with the step situation. Kitchen. Do we go kitchen? We don't have a lot of money. I think we go spare bedroom here. But kitchen kind of pointing the right... Oh, but we don't have gems. I think we go spare bedroom here. And I'm not going to reroll until it's dire. Cool. Use our one key. Okay, fine. Give me security. No, wait, don't give me security because I don't have anything. Hallway, I guess. Oh, but this cuts us off from, oh, whatever. It cuts us off from foundation in the like the one entrance, but that's okay. All right, get that. Ooh, actually perfect. Exactly what we needed. Oh, and there's still something else. What are we missing? What have I not collected? It's crazy because you don't normally, I'm like really good at knowing where this stuff is. But this time I don't see it at all. Where is it? There. Oh, it's there. I think we'll keep going east here. Check out the east situation. We do have a courtyard. We do have a shovel, so courtyard might pay off. And do we still have... Oh, I don't know if I still have the blessing on me, dude. I don't think so, because I think it shows up in the bottom if I do. I think we go courtyard here and hope that the dig spots pay out. Oh. The sledgehammer's paying out, dude. Oh, sick. And now we got keys galore. All right, so... Not that we're never getting locked out of anything, but... Oh, and another key. Excellent. We're doing pretty well in the key department. We're more liable to get into trouble with the gems. Which I'm pretty sure don't ever show up. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure I've never dug a gem out of the hole before. Also, I have to pay attention to stuff. I don't even think we've seen anything that has like an HVAC system. Unless the commissary does. I've forgotten to pay attention. Maybe we'll get a chance later when I lock myself out of stuff. Alright, fine. Probably should have gone the other way, but that's okay. So the courtyard bonus still is in effect then. Oh, but I don't have the gems for it. Oh, but I guess we go boudoir. Because even though it does dead end here, it gives us multiple gems. I forgot we actually get 2 gems now because we have our upgraded boudoir. Sick. And we gained a lot of steps because of the sleep mask, so that's pretty good. Yes, the blessing is still... Oh, the blessing is actually in effect for 2 more days. Excellent. So that's good to know. Ooh, observatory. Observatory is the only one that lets us keep going north, so I think we go observatory here because observatory is always just a good investment. The more stars we get, the more of an investment it is. Okay, so that's Draxus. You actually don't want Draxus today. So what is that, sale? Of course, after I buy everything in the store. Well, that's all right. So we don't want Draxus. We would if we'd had dude, if I had gone freaking, what is it? Imagine if I had gone Tomb for the outside room. I almost did. But then I just decided against it. But then Draxus would have actually been epic because we could have just gotten a bunch of money and then also used it on the sale and we would have just been killing it. But that's okay. We press on. Didn't super duper get a super good investment out of the observatory there, but we get a bonus star, and so like more stars we have, the better future runs will be. So it like is potentially infinite exponential future growth. So observatory is always the right move. What do we do here? We don't want to do storeroom because that's going to dead end us. Laboratory wouldn't be a bad play here because a laboratory always gives us some good experiments and potential bonus upgrades. I kind of want to leave it standard. I feel like standard's a good place for it. I don't want it like 24/7, but I don't think I want it any rarer than standard. So I think we'll just do that. We'll just leave it in standard. What else can we do here? Oh, we got something. Something somewhere. There you are. Research setup. I'm gonna do an experiment. What do we get? So we always read column B first because that's the actual effect. Gain 1 key, 1 gem, or 1 die, random selected randomly. Okay, not bad. Add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. I don't think that. Well, it does kind of benefit me because of the bedroom thing, but I don't know if that's really worth it. Lose 10 steps, gain 20 gold. That's not great. I think this is probably our best play, actually, this one. And what do we want to pair with it? Whichever you draft, and whenever you draft an archived floor plan. Okay, might be good if we like to do some crazy comboing with the archives. We haven't seen the archives yet, though. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk. I don't know if you have to actually open it or if breaking it counts, and I also don't know if that's really worth it because it only gives us 3. I also hope that my rocking back and forth isn't like affecting the audio quality in a bad way. If it is, sorry, I'll figure it out. What else? When you draft a hallway from another hallway. Yeah, I've done that one before. That one really didn't pay out. I think we live on the edge here. I think we do this, and then if we get archives, then we just like go crazy and nutso on the archives. I think that's our move. Start experiment. All right. That might be a little short-sighted of me, but I think it's worth, I think it's worth trying something crazy. Oh, the VAC system in the science room, the laboratory. I suspected that it might be here. So, we have the laboratory. I meant to pay attention to I meant to pay attention to a lot of things. Not the least of which is the commissary, because the commissary seems like the kind of place that might have an HVAC system. Also, maybe the pantry. If we dead end here and we have to double back, then I'm gonna make a special point of paying attention to every single room that we've walked through, specifically for an HVAC system. So if we can get so this actually helps. This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler. Okay, so now this all makes sense, right? The boiler room is in charge of the HVAC system. If we get the HVAC system here, then we can power up this thingamabob, and then we can start flipping some switches and I do something. I don't know. But perhaps we will get there. Ooh, this is not actually a bad courtyard, except it is because I don't have any gems. No, dude. We could reroll here. We do have 2 rerolls. I dare reroll, because otherwise we're just dead ending for nothing. I think we do a reroll. Boiler room? Oh no, we don't have the freaking thing though. Oh, that's so rude. Oh, it's so freaking rude. If I had a gem, we could go boiler room and we could just literally do exactly what I was just talking about. I think we go dark room here because weight room is just like objective. Like weight room is basically the worst room, right? Let's just be honest. Weight room is basically the worst thing that could happen out of any room that I pull. We'll go north, I guess. Oh, I should have seen if I could get a gem first. That's okay. We'll just pull this one. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, a nook. Okay. Well, it's not bad per se. I kind of do want to just go north here and not go into the other room yet, because I don't really know what to expect from here. Apparently locked doors is what to expect. I still don't have any gems. I need gems. Ooh, this actually wouldn't be a bad wine cellar play. It does end our path up here, but that's okay because we can just go out the other side of the foundation, and I think it gives us exactly what we need, which is 3 gems. I mean, preferably more gems, but I'll take 3. 3 is more than sufficient to answer my immediate needs. So let's see what we can do over here. Yeah, so we'll go this way. We'll dig some holes. Coins, nice. Pebbles, nope. And then this. Okay, I'll take it. All right, not doing too bad in the key and diamond front. Ooh, do we go pool here? We've still never been to the locker room, so that might be a worthwhile investment. I think we go pool here just to go for the knowledge. Cause, and in fact, let me look at our room directory here. I want to see found floor plans. Okay, no. Studio, no. No, this isn't what I want. What do I want? I want, oh, still 2 shops we haven't been to. That's peculiar. We've been to all the green rooms, we've been to all the hallways, been to all the bedrooms. We haven't been to room 46, but we've been everywhere else here. So have I been to the locker room? Where's the locker room? Is the locker room counting count as a hallway or something? No, but we have all the hallways. Oh, maybe it's the locker room's one of these. Or one of these. I guess there's still a fair number of blue rooms we haven't found. Which is weird because I haven't seen any. So any of these blue rooms that I don't know about. So we can't go that way because we need something. We need either security plus the other place, the place that lets us turn off the power, or we need a pool. We also haven't seen any sort of archive, so I'm kind of concerned that that's not part of the draft pool. Oh, it's probably because there's so many courtyards. That's what's making everything not show up. Courtyards partly pushed out the archives. So great experiment, GoodBerean. Really good job there. Problem with the courtyard, I keep wanting to go courtyard while we can, but the problem is I keep spending all my gems and not giving me gems, but the other 2 are dead ends, so I think we have to go courtyard here. All right, give me some gems here, please. All right, I'll take it. Car keys and gems. Ooh, we might actually get the garage right here because I think this is on the west wall. Just to the west here, that is. 2 of the holes are done. Key. Got lots of keys. We got plenty of keys here. I'm not really having any problems with keys. Coin. Yeah, so if I go this way and use one of my many keys. Ooh. Oh, we did check the moon pendant. Okay. I thought that I remembered that. Oh, this actually might be an epic and terrace investment, because then we still have 7 more courtyards if I've got my count correct. Yeah, I think we go terrace here and save just dozens of future gems. Do we have a gem here even? Epic. Cool. So 3 gems, and we officially don't have to spend any more gems on courtyards, which is great, because right now we're gonna get a courtyard. Dude, oh, I can't with this, dude. And it's freaking dead ends. I kind of want to redraw here. Courtyard. Oh, please. No, and it cuts me off, dude. Oh, okay. So the library lets me continue on. You know what? Library might actually be the move here. And here's why. Because if we go library, and then, oh, and we also get, I forgot about the book. A gem. Oh, and a coin. We're gonna read that in a second. Because I really want to get bookstore here. Dude, are you serious? You're not gonna give me bookstore? What a horrible place for archives, dude. Dude, my master plan was gonna be library to bookstore, and then because of the sale, the one book we haven't gotten yet would only be 20 coins, which were almost 2. But dude, if we had a reroll still, missed opportunities. I think we go archives here because of the aforementioned plan and the experiment. I think that is the plan. I think that's what we must do. I really need a key card though. Please let there be a key card on this desk right here. Holy cow. Think we keep going here. I don't think we're getting to room 46, but we're pretty close to the amphitheater, so the antebellum. So I think we just have to pull out random archived plans, get a random gem, dig some holes. Get a what? Get a what? A scrap paper. Okay, we learned some stuff. So what did we learn? Work. There's gotta be a better place. Surely we've already workshop. Surely we've already done this. Workshop letters. Message in the workshop. No, never mind. We've done nothing in the workshop. Okay. So let's jot down some workshop recipe. Workshop idea. Lucky rabbit foot plus coin I guess I'm gonna be as exact as possible. And coin purse question mark, because that's about as clear as I can as what it actually is saying. At first I was thinking that it was like lucky rabbit's foot plus coin purse plus something else, but oh I just collect that. Oh, that probably goes to the library. I also forgot that we had a whole book, but that's okay because we're actually soft locked, so we have to go back anyway. Coins. All right, what else are we're missing something. Something is beeping at us. Coin. Anything else? This is just the letters, right? Open box. Blah 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 blah. Don't care. Anything else? Guess not, because the metal detector would be going off. Oh, But this, okay, the archives have the VAC system. Good to know. So all right, so we're collecting some good knowledge. I know I was saying that we have I think I've spelled laboratory wrong, but I'm not changing it. Archives. Yep, that's definitely how you spell archives. Holy cow. I've just highlighted everything. I almost made my my avatar disappear. I must be old for like wanting to call it an avatar. When I was a kid, when I was in the wee ages of the internet, whenever we had some sort of profile picture or like art for our on forums and stuff, we would call them avatars. And so apparently the hip new thing to say is like OC or original character, but I don't know. I kind of like avatar. I'm sort of stuck in the old ways. I don't have a card key. Let's actually just check out real quick to see if the note that I picked up did end up where I thought. I wonder if that's specifically in the Dovecoat or if it's like a random drop and it just happened to be the Dovecoat that I got it in. Well, I don't see it in here. Did I collect it? Man, imagine if I just mashed through it. I almost mashed through it. Then it would just be gone forever, which seems ill-advised. Like I don't feel like that's not what should have happened. Wait, what is this record? Upgrade discs 8. Okay, I think someone said there's 16 upgrade discs. Since my someone, I mean the game. Which means we've used half of the upgrade discs, and of those half, most of them we've used poorly. Okay. So this is perhaps the most important learning we'll be doing for a while, or the most important learning we've done in a while, which is we get to read the first edition, unredacted, of the history of Orindia. I don't actually remember what's redacted and what's not, so we're just gonna read everything from top to bottom. Forward. Wait, did the other one have a forward? Orindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands that it once encompassed, and many of the elder generations, in hushed circles, still refer to themselves as Orindians. Okay. Yet, we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. Okay, so this is interesting because one of the big glaring questions that we haven't really asked is why was the history book redacted in the first place? We've kind of had these weird like undercurrents of like different political like upheavals, right? And like our mom went missing presumably because of some insurgents. She famously wrote to the Red Prince and then was rejected by her publisher for it because the Red Prince was apparently too political, even though that wasn't her intent. Or was it? It's what she says it was not her intent. And so this kind of implies the current regime in Phaneres would rather suppress this history, and with it the original name of Orindia, which is weird because it's literally the title of the book, but whatever. All right, let's take a drink and we'll read. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Ahera, by the ascension of the first king of Orindia, whose name, Oris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Orus was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Orus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Orus, and by the end of the 1st century, the black banner of Orindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry along every thoroughfare from Orus all the way to the western banks. A new kingdom was born. So I don't super remember what was redacted and what wasn't. I want to say that the name of Orus was, because isn't Orus one of the towns in Fen Ares, like that's like been on some of the maps that we've seen? So the implication being that the first king of that Orus actually is of ancient origin, and also really important in like the lore of like the country, but for some reason we're trying to keep that hidden, I suppose. The second era, it was the 4th king of Orindia who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift and called his new realm Orinda Ares, after the angelic paragon of royalty, Orinda. I'm pretty sure that bit was blotched out of the 2nd edition. So, because I remember one of these names was, and I'm pretty sure it was the first one. So Orinda Ares. I don't know how much of this actually write down. You can always order the book again, and I'm probably gonna learn more by rereading it than I will from, but like by just periodically rereading it, than I will from like taking notes on it and then like forgetting, and then I don't know. And it's all kind of just like synthesizing larger pieces of knowledge that we've already obtained anyway. It's not like this is like brand new information. Most of this is stuff that like I already understand on some level or another. To the young, but let's just process real quickly what's happened. So he gave the 3 kingdoms to the 3 sons. We knew this already. This was not new information. But what is new information is the eldest got the realm of Orinda Ares after the angelic paragon of royalty, Orinda. So that's like the northernmost region, right? Because it's Orinda. Oh wait. Oh no, because. Oh, where's my map, dude? Did I take a picture of maps? Hold on. Hold, please. I just want to see real quickly if I have any map pictures. Just gonna scroll through. Oh no, this is not the wrong side. Well, not that map. No. Oh yes. Nope, that's too big of a map. Too large. Oh frick. And I've forgotten. Yes, okay, so I'm looking at it right now. Orinda Ares. Yeah, so that's not even new information. We already knew that Orinda Ares was in between Arch Ares and Araha. So I don't really know what we're learning from this. Unless Orinda Ares turns into Fen Ares, but is Fen Ares some other area? Is Orinda Ares just like the older name for Fen Ares? Maybe that's what we learn here. It's hard to know for sure, but let's keep going. To the youngest, I'm going to move this. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares. I'm going to move this all the way out. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Araha. Oh, wait. I think the fact that it was a daughter was not included in the original book. I feel like I don't remember it any mention of his only daughter. That seems like new information. So maybe some sexism in our suppression of the truth here. Is that what I'm supposed to be gathering from this? Is that we've at as the powers that be edit the truth, they're also editing the reality of Araja's feminine origins. Is that what we're to understand? The mystical realm of the ancestors, a land steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. The third era, as the second era drew to a close, the three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. I don't remember the bit about the sibling monarchs, so that might be another thing that they're suppressing, the fact that they're all siblings and therefore all like chummy with each other. Not that siblings are inherently chummy, but these three seem like they are. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations through their lives. Oh, they were chummy, okay. And were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. So here's what's interesting. If I'm remembering correctly, I think in the original book, this was edited to make it seem like the nations themselves were known for cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. So I think it again edits the bit about sibling monarchs, and it's just like, despite these differences, they were known for the cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. So it's like it's suppressing the family dynamic. If I'm understanding correctly, if I'm remembering correctly, it's kind of hard to like remember in reverse order, like what's edited and what's not. But I feel like that's the case. I feel like that's the new information that was hidden before. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the third era. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the third era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arch Ares to the southern shores of Araja. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the three realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future, a promise that would unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. Okay, so this is definitely information that was hidden from us, because I think this bit about the railway is going to be important. So let's actually, despite what I said earlier, I will start writing some stuff down, because I think that there is some important info to be gleaned here. So let's do this. History of Orindia, first edition. And what do we learn? What have we learned that's important? First king was named Oris. Oris gave his 3 children 3 lands. Eldest, we'll go with eldest eldest son got Orinda Ares. Was it youngest son? Yes. Eldest. Or maybe he didn't actually say son. Oh no. but the middle child was his only daughter, so the others are by definition sons. Eldest son, youngest son got Arch Aries, middle daughter got Raja. And then the thing that's really important on this page is that there is a vast network, or I guess we'll say siblings got along, led to prosperity, and then constructed international underground. No, it doesn't say underground. A vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land. It doesn't say underground. I assumed underground. But the reason I said assumed underground is because there is an underground railroad, I'm pretty sure, in the underground. The part that we've seen partially from the tomb. And if we look at the map that I'll look at in a second, constructed international railways for further bonding and prosperity. Perfect. All right. That's, I think, the most important thing to learn from this page that I don't think we learned from the initial book. So let me just read the last section of that important, because I think it's important. I was kind of fixated on the railroad a bit. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the three realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future, a promise that would, unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. Pretty sure the bit about my readers will soon find was also edited. I don't remember the author being that personal with us. I tried to be clever and move the page at the same time as I drank tea, but my controller wasn't connected to this book. Fourth era. As the kingdom of Arinda Aries entered the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desilets III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. But he's a different kind of ruler. It made it sound like it was a meanie ruler, but now it makes it sound like the others were meanies, but they were also prosperous. So not really sure what's going on there. He was a king who often was seen among the people, eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Yeah, none of this was in the original books, for sure. So why did they want to suppress the jovial nature of King Desilets III? Desilets was renowned as the king of the people. Yeah, that title definitely wasn't in the book, in the original book, or in the second book, the non-original copy, because this is the original. And it was therefore a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. Oh, interesting. So this is Reddington. Like Reddington is like where we are. Like we're like on the cliffs near Reddington. And so is the implication that we're like the old guard that's like all pompous and like tucked away, and that Oris is really the place of the people? The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet, not all were swayed so easily. There were those who viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station. Oh, so maybe that represents us. Maybe we're the ones that are thinking the king's conduct is unbecoming of his station. And were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen. or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. Interesting. So Fen Ares, which is where we are, is the place that we kind of don't like that guy. So okay, we have an ad break coming up, so we are gonna put story time on a brief pause while we go and ponder our revelations, and then in just a few moments we are going to be back to read more of the unedited, unobstructed, true history of Arendia. See you then. All right, and we're back. So before we keep going with the book, I do want to just make sure I jot down what we learned from our last page, which was King Desolet's. I think there's two T's. The third was a king of the people moved from Reddington to Fen, no, to Oris. Some descent, some liked, some dissented. That seems like a pretty accurate description of what we just learned. So, so we've learned that that there was some disagreements over whether or not we liked the Desolates guy. So let's see what happens in the era of ruin. After the passing of King Desolates III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. Okay, but before we go any further, I think I am starting to understand what's happening here, because this bit was also blotted out about like, oh, like he died really naturally and everything was super cool and people really liked him. All the stuff about people liking King Desolates, who turns out only has one L, it was blotted out of the future edition. That leads me to believe that future editions of this book are propaganda pieces by the old guard to make us hate King Desolates and think, oh, he's actually really super awful and you shouldn't like him. So that's where I think we're going here. So far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen, which we already knew about, right? Because we know Fen was like, me, I don't like King Desolates. She's mean and doesn't he listens to people too much and should just be cool and rulerly. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. Okay, so that makes more sense now, right? Fen is the place that doesn't like King Desolates, and so this guy from Fen is like, I'm the new monarch now. Declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that Desolates IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. Interesting. Okay, so we have a classic David Absalom situation where the father was cool and then the son was like not. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled by the from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. Okay, so Desolates IV was the one that initiated the Fensurrection because he's suppressing the self-declaration of Prince Learson. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The Gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. Okay, so, oops. Hopefully you didn't hear that. I'm trying to my knee's kind of bothering me, so I'm trying to be kind to it. Okay, is that all for this page? No, there's more. I think I'm gonna just write down what we've learned so far that's important here, which is what have we learned? So we learned that King Desolates III died peacefully and people liked him. King Desolates IV sucked. He's so Prince Learson of Fen declared himself king. And I'm also gonna make a note. I didn't make it earlier. Some dissented, mostly in city of Fen. So the Fenites were the ones that dissented, and then the Fenites were the ones that rose up. along with many supporters. So supporters. So this guy had a lot of supporters. And then what else did we learn? Desolates the fourth tried to suppress, but this led to tried to suppress insurrection, but this led to much brutality. Okay. All right. I think that's the most important bits from this page that we didn't already know. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the cities surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join the cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Okay, all right. This is some important lore right here. Because what did we learn? We learned a couple of really important things. First of all, I don't think there was anything in the original book about this guy from the Northern Regiment who was like, this isn't what I signed up for, and just joined Prince Learson. So again, kind of lending credence to the idea that the editors of the book were indeed the people of the Black Flag who actually don't want us to sympathize with the case of the people of the Red Flag. Oh, yeah. So here's what happened, right? The King Desolates the Fourth sucked, and so Learson rose up and was like, actually, let's do something else instead. And King Desolates Fourth was like, never mind, I'm gonna suck even more and just kill my own people. And so then everyone else was like, hey bro, that's not cool. And so then they were all like, oh, let's actually join forces and put an end to this Desolates guy, because he ain't the way. This is not what we signed up for. And so he did that, and Learson actually ends up dying, but his movement lives on. And so the Black Flags, which represent the original reign of the people, or the original rulers of Arinda Ares, were actually got replaced by the red flags that we see today, in honor of the fallen Fen. And that's why it's called Fen Ares today, because Fen literally was like, nope, we're actually the rulers suck, so we're gonna actually become the new rulers. And then they won the favor of everyone else because they actually did kind of suck, or because the Black Flags actually did kind of suck, and so they took over, and now there's red everywhere, and so now. But I guess what does so now it doesn't make sense. Maybe I think I'll take it apart. I'll take this apart once we get to through the last chapter. But I kind of want to just write down real quickly some important details here. So what do we have? What did we learn on this page that's worth writing down? General of Northern regiment joins Learson along with Arch, Ares, and Nuance. Learson dies, but his movement survives and wins. Black flags, old Desolate's reign, regimen. Regime. Old Desolate's regime give way to red flags, new Fen regime. Okay. And then what's our last bit here? The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the three Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Araja. Notice the name changed. It's no longer Orinda Ares, it's Fen Ares. Once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and the birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. That seems, I think all of this was redacted. And as those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes of a common future. A future where we are not defined by the colors of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us. A land that we each call home. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. This land is, after all that has happened, still Orindia. Interesting. Okay, so not a lot of like lore there per se, but what's interesting is that almost all of that was redacted out of the original book. So what does that tell us? That tells us how do I say this? Lots of I guess the trees spread I guess so we'll say it this way. The three realms are once more allies. The trees spread throughout the realms represent their common past. I think that's the most important bits, right? Right, and then what I'm not going to write down, because this is kind of just like more theorizing. So what we've learned here is that this book, is that future editions of this book are really intent on suppressing the fact that the fact that King Desolates was a really cool dude. The King Desolates III was a really cool dude. The fact that the people of Fen and their Fensurrection had good reason to rise up, and the fact that now all three of these nations, these realms are very much happy with one another. That leads me to believe a couple of things. One, that the current regime is very interested in making sure that the the old regime is not looked on with favor, right? That the people of the red flag do not want the people of the black flag to be seen with favor, which we know that that's the insurrectionist group, is like the children of the black flag or something like that, children of Blackwater. We also know that that means this people, the people of the red flag are the current regime is very interested in keeping the idea of the unity of the nations very separated. Oh, and also like the bit about the railroads and right, everyone like the transnational railroad with all of the you know, and all the unity and all the like joint prosperity, like all of that is like put to bed. Makes me believe that the current realm of the current regime of Fenares is actually very interested in promoting like an isolationism of sorts. And it's interesting history because there's not like a clear-cut answer to the era, like to who's correct here, right? You have an originally, you know, when you talk about like the original rulers, it seemed like the siblings were really cool, and then King Desolets was really cool, and then his son was really uncool, and then because of that, his uncoolness, he got overthrown by some new people that had some like justifiable motivations. So like who's in the right here, right? Are there, you know, is it wrong for the people of Blackwater to sympathize with the old ways and think, oh, well, we are the original rightful rulers, right, of Fenares, of Arinda Ares, so we should be we should, you know, we should come back into power, right? Especially if some of my theories about the current regime are true, and them wanting to suppress the truth, like the people of the insurrectionists, the people of Blackwater might have a point, wanting to return to the old ways, the ways of King Desolets III, the ways of the original siblings, right? On the other hand, King Desolets IV kind of screwed everything up, right? And he really did some stuff that turned people away from the old regime. So maybe the old regime deserves to pass away and be taken up by a new regime. Who's to say? But also the fact that, but perhaps this this current regime is going the same way that that the old regime of the Black Flag did, where it's you know, King Desolets III was really cool, King Desolets IV was really uncool. In like manner, Prince Learson and his band of allies seemed pretty cool. Nowadays, all these people suppressing the truth, all this propaganda, wanting to keep us away from the knowledge of our own history, not super cool, guys. Maybe we should go back to the old ways. So it's I like that there's like a moral ambiguity here. I like that there's like, it's kind of a believable history in the sense that it mirrors our own history. There's a lot of, you know, real history that you could look at that has analogy in this kind of messy, not clear cut, like, well, some, you know, people did some good things and some bad things, and then they lost power and other people gained power, and it's like, well, who's to say which one was better and who deserves to be in power and all of that. So I dig that. I think that's really cool. I think it's a cool like extra twist to this game, where it's like, obviously it's a puzzle game and a roguelike, and like I like all of that fun stuff, you know, and obviously we're going to solve some puzzles. We're absolutely going to solve some puzzles. But also there's this whole like historical drama that mirrors like what the messiness of real history. And like that's not something I really expected, but I find it very welcome. And honestly, I find it pretty rare for, you know, at least the kind of games that I play and expose myself to. I rarely find writing and lore that's this nuanced, that's this like kind of morally gray, and just sort of, this is it, this is what happened, and some people did some good things and some people did some bad things, and now we're just kind of like in the middle figuring everything out. And there's no clear cut right or wrong. There's no clear cut like right, like objectively correct way forward. So I dig it. I'm down with it. There's a piece of blueprints that I didn't expect to appreciate as much as I do, but I dig it a lot. What do we want to do? I probably shouldn't have left the archives. I probably should have kept going. I don't think, what do I not think? I don't know what I not think. I know what I don't know. I don't know what I don't think. What I do think is we're probably not going to get, oh, that's why I didn't go that way. I think that we're probably not going to make it much further in this loop. I also think that we're probably not going to get to room 46. Oh, and that's also in a security door. We really need a security key. So let's go back to the hallway. Go back to the hallway, and let's go. Which way is which? This is the correct way. Let's go back to the hallway because I really want to see if we can get a key card. If we can get a key card, we have a way forward. It would also be super cool if we got the locker room. Oh, but we could go archived floor. We could go sauna, or we could go archived floor plan. I think we go archived floor plan here. Ooh, workshop. I kind of want to leave workshop as standard. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I think we leave workshop as standard. It's a pretty good bit for workshop. Compass. All right, nice. Has that ruler always been there? I don't know. All right, we got quite a bit of stuff. So let's see if we can put anything together. You do a shovel detector. Detector shovel. I forget if this, I think this is just the same together, yeah? Hold on, let's just start from the scratch. Yeah. All right, well, sleeping mask can't do anything. What about salt? Can we salt shake anything up? Nope. All right, we've eliminated those things. Not a compass. We do a compass shovel. There's a compass shovel. Dowsing rod. No, dowsing rod's kind of sucky. We don't really like dowsing rod. We can do the detector shovel. Can't really do anything with the sledgehammer. So I think we just go detector shovel. I think detector shovel is the best move here, because I think that still gives us the best of both worlds, yeah? Greater chance of finding coins and keys. Much greater chance of finding coins and keys while digging. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I wonder if it still gives us the detection powers of the standard metal detector. But I'm not mad about it. Ooh. Utility closet would be good if we can get security. If we get security, then we go utility closet. Otherwise, we could also go walk-in. This wouldn't be a bad place for walk-in closet, because 4 items is pretty good. And we have 6 gems. I think we go walk-in closet here. Two gems, 2 keys. All right, I'll take it. Anything else here? Sometimes there's like running shoes and stuff that I miss because I don't really understand what the running shoes are supposed to look like. They always blend into the scenery for me. No, not you. All right. Sick. I'm really pumped about like how much we learned just now from the history of Arindia. That's really nice. I also feel like I say that differently every single time because I'm still not clear on exactly how you're supposed to say it, but it's okay. Oh, I didn't realize that oh wait, no, I did realize. Okay, I think now we just have to go back to the start, right? Our only shot now is to get a our only shot is getting the place. I don't know how to solve you, dude. Our only shot now is getting the key card. If we get the key card, we just win. And if we don't get the key card, then we just lose. I kind of want to go... Do we go drawing room here? Drawing room? I think I'm going to archive floor plan. Just take a risk. Oh, actually, pretty epic. Also, it is nice that we still get the metal detector thing. I noticed that, like, subconsciously earlier. But yeah, the experiment is paying off for sure. I kind of want to go courtyard here just to gain, just so that I don't want to go archive floor plan and then get dead ended. And also if we can get to if we get over to the corner and possibly get a conservatory, that would be pretty epic as well. All right, lockpick kit. We love one. We love a lockpick kit. I wonder if I'm not gonna go all the way back up to the oh my gosh, we have so much money, dude. And I have nothing to spend it on, dude. If we get a showroom, it's just game over. Oh, but is it, though? Because we can't keep it. That's the problem. Gosh dang. How are we going to make use of all this money? Dude, if we get a chapel... I think if we get a chapel, that's actually game over. Oh, we also are almost out of steps. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So let's do this. Let's go this way. And I think we go archive here and just hope it's conservatory or something cool. Never mind, it's a red room. Well, we at least got a gem out of it. Ooh. Do we go courtyard again? I think we go courtyard again. We really need some food, though. We're gonna run out of steps before anything else happens. A bedroom would be nice as well. If we could get a bedroom, that might save our run. But even then, it'll be tight. Real tight. Key. And what else? Nail. Okay. Yeah, we got so much of all of this stuff. We got so many keys, so many gems, so many coins. Let's go this way. We can get like garage or something. That would be pretty cool. Ooh, I think... Whenever you draft a bedroom, we've already drafted a lot of bedrooms. We got what, well, have we? We drafted like 2 bedrooms. This would be a good future investment. But how much future do we have still? We only have like 4 more rooms max, unless we get like a key card or something. We're just screwed. Unless we actually get a key card, we're screwed. So I kind of want to go... Should I go archive floor plan here and just like hope that we get... Because what we really need is either a key card or security. I'm gonna go archive. Oh, is this just a bedroom anyway? Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. Does it have anything? No. Oh my goodness. All right. That's not even that many steps. Patio spreads gems. That's almost not even worth it though. Because we could get a lot of gems out of it, but like we don't even need that. Like gems aren't even our problem at this point. Like we're gonna run out of steps before we run out of gems. We're gonna run out, or we're gonna run out of rooms before we run out of gems. We can't even spend the gems that we have. So I think we actually just go archived here and just hope it's a good one. Oh, and it's what is this, the guest bedroom with another gem. Okay. All right. Well, we're at least doing really well in the step department now. We're not gonna run out of steps. We're still gonna run out of rooms though. That's the problem. So we really need... Security's really not even this pool, is it? We could go dining room and get more steps, but that again only like delays the inevitable. But dining room might have a key card though. And there's also always possible. It's also already possible that there's like a showroom or something, like behind the archive room. All right, well, we'll do this just so we don't ever. We'll definitely not run out of steps now. We don't have an aquarium, but I think we just have dinner anyway. If I lose out on the 10 additional steps, that's fine, because we're not gonna. Like at this point, we're not gonna run out of steps. What we need, though, we need a key card. We need key card, or we need security, and then a utility closet. I think we just go this. I don't even know what's behind here, but I think we just do this. Kitchen, not what I needed. Unless there's a key card, like right here. I think we're just soft locked. Dang. That sucks. So he had such a haul, too. Is there anything else we can do? All of those are blocked off. That's all blocked off. Terrace, no way out. And then we could go archives, but we need a key card for it. Dang. That's unfortunate. Well, we gave it a try. We gave it a good old try. And we did learn a lot. Like, it wasn't a waste of a day. We got a star from the observatory. We learned some stuff about, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look for HVAC stuff. That's what we're gonna do with our 53 steps for the rest of the run. Find HVAC. Okay, no HVAC in here. We're just gonna go back through all of the rooms and see if HVAC is anywhere. Where am I? Courtyard. I don't think there's gonna be any HVAC in either of these rooms, but we have the steps, so we might as well just check. Okay, none of these. What else? Just feels bad to lose this many resources, but what are you gonna do? Not win. That's what we won't do. No HVAC in here, right? Yeah. No HVAC in the main room. My goodness. Storeroom? No, didn't think so. Den, no. Nook, probably not. No, oh wait, no, the parlor, no. Neither the parlor nor the Nook nor the office. Still don't know how to solve you. Maybe if we still have tons of steps after, we'll just come back and like wander around there a little bit more and see if we can just solve that. Not in the kitchen or the commissary. Spare bedroom, no. Workshop, no. Yeah, that room, no. Oh, what can we build now? Can we build anything cool? No. I guess the only thing we got is a lockpick kit, right? So we just search this. Okay, we can't do anything with that. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Let's just keep going. Boudoir, no. Observatory, no. Laboratory, yes. Dark room, yes. Did I write down dark room? I don't know if I did. I did not. That's not what I meant to do. Goodbye, Avatar. Welcome back. Dark room. Okay. That was a good find there. I did not pick up on the fact that dark room didn't have it. Let's go Nook here. I know Nook doesn't have it, but wine cellar might. It probably doesn't, but yeah. So I thought. What else? I think we did find out last time that the foundation does not, because we think we put the boiler room right next to the foundation and then it didn't do anything for us. The pool doesn't, which is interesting. I suppose it's not that interesting, but it's a little bit interesting. Terrace probably won't, but I just gotta check. It's kind of funny how it's like wide open right here. Like we could just jump the railing. Come on, guys. What is that like light? Can't even tell. Library, no. Didn't think so. Archives do, which we wrote down. Gosh, I really can't believe that we didn't get a key card. That's insane. And then Dovecote, probably not, right? Yeah, no. All right. That taught us some good info. All right. What else can we do here? I think the only thing was to go back. So I guess we can just go back to office. We probably can't even reach it at this point, but we probably don't have the steps for it. But we'll just give it a shot. If we can get back there, then we'll puzzle over the safe. And if we can't, then we'll just start a fresh game, a fresh day. We had a solid run, though. We had a solid run. We might just make it. No, probably, I think we'll be just slightly short. No, actually, we will make it. With one step to go. Okay. All right. We're in the office. I'm not going to spend, like, too long here, because we've already puzzled over this quite a bit. But obviously, it's staring us in the face. And I've been told by other people that we have all the knowledge we need. Like, this isn't a situation where I've the solution is in another room. Like, we've learned everything we need to figure this out. So, what's the solution? What does this note say? Antechamber levers in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there's enough time to put in another work order. Okay, that's just west and east letters. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we already knew that about the antechamber. Antechamber levers. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Ooh, there's 5 titles. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count. And I've received the hint that it has something to do with March of the Count. But I've tried all sorts of puns regarding counting and the month of March. March of the Count. Light fall passing air herrings. Queen, Lord, Baron, Major. March of the Count. Make sure if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in the library, or check purchase in Reddington. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's handwriting, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be hearings or herrings, but knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. March of the Count. March. Do we have any dates that are in March? We've collected quite a few dates since our last hurrah here. So, March. Literally just March of the Count. March of the Count. Only just me theorizing about this. 3. $1983. We've already tried that, apparently. That's such a good one, too. March of the count. Maybe we don't actually have the information we need. 683. We've tried all of those. Let's just get, yeah, okay, no, we're started over. Okay, that's all the information we have. So there aren't any like dates that have like the third in them, or like the third month or anything. March of the count. Maybe the clue is in environmental storytelling. I mean, that kind of looks like a count, right? I don't know if I know him. But maybe that's not important. Maybe it's not about who you know. Is that Herbert? That kind of looks like him. Is that the same guy as that? Kind of looks like it. Can I interact with it at all? No. What is this? Is this a book top? Yeah. For some reason I thought that was like a control panel. Oh, is that the camera that Herbert was taking bathroom selfies with? It kind of looks like it. What else? You're also right there. Or should it count? All right, well, you're... How many counts are there? 1, 2, 3. There's just gonna be 3. Is the code just 3? 4. No way it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, right? One, 2, 3, 4. What if it's like March the 4th? It's like 3, 4. March 4th. I don't know, man. There's 3 tiny busts and 1 big bust. So maybe it's March the 3rd. 03. 03. Oh. That's it. It's just the 3rd of March. Because it's the March of the count, and we just counted how many counts there were. Oh, and this is safe 8. Holy cow. I can't believe I almost gave up on that, and then I was just like, what if it's just this? Holy cow. Can't believe it. I will say, I don't love that solution. Like, I feel like that was a really, really obscure riddle that, like, didn't have a very obvious payoff. Like, my favorite puzzles are ones that seem, like, really obscure and then end up being like super obvious in hindsight. And like, I know I talk about this all the time, but my classic example of that is Outer Wilds. I think Outer Wilds, if you haven't played Outer Wilds and you have and you like this game at all, or you have any interest in puzzle games, just go play Outer Wilds. It's a brilliant game. It's a great game to just know nothing about and to go in and just experience completely blind, completely not knowing anything. One thing I will say about Outer Wilds is it's a game where every single solution seems super obtuse until you figure it out. And then it's like this, of course, why didn't I think of that sooner? That's so obvious. And those are my favorite kinds of puzzles. Kinds of puzzles that like seem super weird and obscure and like, how the heck do I figure this out? And then it's actually just something super obvious that once you figure it out, you're like, of course, how could it have been anything else other than that? So, and I feel like there's been a lot of puzzles in this game that have kind of hit that, right? Like with the Christmas safe one. That one was that was a super good puzzle. I really thought that was really well done. With this one, it felt a little too obscure and a little too kind of like you're just not given enough information, and so you just have to kind of make some weird guesses, and then one of the guesses just happens to work. Like, I didn't feel like I solved the puzzle. I feel like I stumbled into like I tested a bunch of better solutions and then just kind of like defaulted to this one out of sheer desperation. And that doesn't feel as satisfactory. But that said, that's like one of the few times this game that I've felt that way. More the vast majority of the puzzles in this game I've found to be very, very satisfying and very, very well done. So just a little nitpick, but I will, comment on that as I think of it, as this sort of stuff comes up. I will talk about it because I don't feel the need to fully embrace or fully reject a game. Like I can love so much about this game and then still find some faults and be like, I don't love the way that this was done. I wish it had been done differently. I think that's a mark of what it looks like to think critically and to evaluate art in a way that allows me to still enjoy and appreciate it for what it does well, but also move forward and learn from it and think about how in my own art I can create better. So all right, tirade over. Let's take a look at letter number 8 here. Dear Mr. Sinclair, March 3rd. Of course it's March 3rd. Thank you for promptly answering all of my demands, not involving the police, and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. Oh, is this about our mother, maybe? And while I'm guessing you had hoped to never hear from us again once we had given you back the envelopes, we felt that the final red letter of our own was merited, one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Hopefully, you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's first put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. No, we are not making more demands, and no, we do not have copies of the other letters. You are already more than generous and accommodating, and the least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write to you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of those points, and hopefully will place our schemes in a softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize, despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats towards your young nephew. Wait, that's us! I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngster, it was meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that our word choices might be questionable enough so that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading, we hope you believe us when we tell you that this was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to, and you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. I gotta reread this. This payment has been received. There's nothing to be gained by scrutinizing questionable ethics employed to our extortion. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to. Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever Anonymous X. Interesting. Interesting. So, letter. Holy cow, that's not the way. 7. Surely I've written notes on these letters. Safe letter. Safe. Oh, hold on. Let me show you what I'm trying to do here. Old door. Red letter. Letters. Holy cow, dude. I've got to label my stuff better. All right, let's start from the top. It wasn't that long before we found the first letter, so we gotta be, there's gotta be a way that we can just do this, right? The number of times I've misspelled laboratory is just insane. Where are the letters, dude? Oh, I don't think I noted that at all. This is letter 4 or 7. And then where's the 8 envelopes? Okay. 4 is in the boudoir safe. Danny accuses Herbert of hiding story of Mary's disappearance to protect his name. And then in the bunker, Courtney accuses the uncle of Mary's involvement. And then 8 in the 8 envelopes, I'm going to do red letters. Boom. All right, the 8 envelopes / red letters. In the office, I capitalize office. And then this is, I'm going to keep that uncapital because I don't think that's the right word for it. But so in the office, Anonymous X comments, apologizes, previously extorted money from Herbert, apologizes for any misunderstandings. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do, we'll do like, we'll do letter 8. We'll just like do quick summaries of each letter. I'm not gonna write down the other ones now, but this one I will, because Anonymous X writes to Herbert regarding previous extortion. X apparently took, apparently ransomed previous red letters and vaguely threatened us. I know there's an ad break incoming, but I'm going to try to finish this quick. X seems very keen to make sure Herbert didn't get the wrong idea. So, all right. There's probably more that we could describe there, but I think that's sufficient for now. Big wins for this run for sure. So let's go on a quick ad break, and then when we come back, we will go on another day and figure out what we can do there. All right, and we are back. So I think there's not much more to unpack here. I guess the only other thing is, so like the other two letters that we've read. Okay, there's a couple of things to unpack here, I guess. One is that this is letter 8. Now we know that that if you count small gates, 8 gates crack 8 safes, which means that there's only 7 actual safes. The 8th one is the gate to the orchard that we've already opened. What that tells us then is that because this is letter number 8 and is the last letter, one of the missing letters is actually going to be an earlier letter, perhaps letter number 1 or whatever letter is going to be the most. I'm sure whatever letter is going to leave the most, the biggest gap in our knowledge. Perhaps letter 1 is in, perhaps the missing letter is in room 46. So that's one thing we know. The other thing we know is that somehow these guys were, whoever X is, they kidnapped, or I guess letter napped, the previous red letters, which the other two that we've read so far have both been some kind of attack on Herbert, or having some kind of involvement in Mary's disappearance, or like covering up information about her disappearance, to protect his name. And so like it seems like Herbert's getting these letters from his relatives. He's keeping them hidden and secret. At some point, this X group got a hold of them and then held them as a ransom. And then he paid that ransom. And then that ransom ended up becoming... and then they just sent him one final letter being like, hey, we know that you had, listen, we're not that bad. We're bad, but we're not that bad is kind of what they're trying to get at. So obviously more information will come as we discover other letters and other safes. But let's go ahead and call it a day for now. I am trying to think about what did because right now there's only one other safe that we know about, and it's the one that's in the drawing room, and we don't know how to break it yet. I also don't know if I even have the information I need to break it yet. So but let's go ahead and continue for now. Hopefully we'll uncover some new rooms sometime soon, and we'll be able to use those rooms to progress even further beyond. So let's throw a coin in the fountain. Again, this is so that we can save that coin for a rainy day and empty the fountain someday and just get a bunch of coins, but we're not going to do that yet. I'm also very upset that we didn't get a chapel last time. If we get a chance to change the commonality of chapel, we definitely will. All right, last time we didn't go tomb and I regretted it. We're going tomb this time. And I think I'm not even going to go in yet because we got a pretty good start with the 9 coins. I'm going to go over here and maybe I hope that we can kind of get some good dead ends here today. So let's go ahead and go east as is tradition. I also need to be drinking some more fluids. Okay. Go east. What do we do? I guess we go corridor because I don't want to dead end yet. Nothing in here that I see. Coat check, not yet. Save that for a rainy day. Could go wine cellar and dead end, but I guess we have to. You're gonna dead end anyway, so we might as well just dead end on wine cellar and get some goodies out of it. I also am I crazy? I feel like I remember being in a wine cellar or something similar to this and there was another safe, but that was ages ago, and I've not stumbled across it since. So, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. We go north. We go, as much as I love Parlor, I think we actually go Nook here so we can get a key. All right, key. What else? Nothing, apparently. Go this way. We'll get... Gosh, dang it. It really wants me to dead end, doesn't it? We're gonna go pantry just so I don't dead end yet. But I really need some more, like, freeway stops, guys. Do I go commissary here? Buy some stuff? Or do I go Parlor? I love Parlor, but I think commissary is actually the correct move here. Because we can get a sledgehammer. That's not what I meant. Oh, no, wait. Where's my shovel, dude? Holy cow. And a salt shaker, I guess. It's not what I meant to do, but whatever. I was just like, was zoned in on shovel, but there is no shovel. Nook part 2, electric boogaloo. And then I really need like a 3-way spot. Like a courtyard. Oh, I wish I had a shovel, dude. Maybe there's a shovel in the courtyard. I think it's better than we'll do one courtyard. Hope there's a shovel. There's no shovel, then... Oh, no, there's a shovel. All right, good gamble. We got it. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got there. Coins. All right. Oh, we needed the coins, too, so that's good. Safe deposit key. Oh, dang. So we might... Depending on how this day goes, we might want, if we can get the safe, that's actually, or if we can get the, my brain, come on, brain, you can do it. If we can get the vault today, that's ideal. Barring that, I think we go coat check the safe key, and take our chances with the moon pendant. Gosh, I wish we could change the... Okay, normally I would go den here, but I hate the orientation, so I think we actually go hallway here. Oh, and we have a sledgehammer, so we can open this. Excellent. Oh my goodness, 4 gems. Epic. And let's keep going this way, actually. Ooh, observatory. It's facing the wrong way, but I might not care, actually. Or we could also go den. Observatory's so good. And we can go up with the hallway. So I think we actually... Yeah, actually, no. I think we can go observatory here, keep going down, and then we go... And then the hallway makes us go up. Give me Draxus. Give me Draxus, dude. Bliss. Oh, that's not Draxus. No, that's the Florealis one. And then this is Clavis. All right. That's not precisely what I wanted, but I guess I'll take it. Like, I mean, win's a win. Like, you know, more... A key is a key. Bonus stuff in green rooms is bonus stuff in green rooms. But definitely kind of wanted some other action there. It's okay, but we got a star, though, so that means just future goodness to come. The pool. The pool. We still haven't found locker room, dude. Where is locker room? It's also the only one that gives us way forward, so maybe we just do that. I don't really want the other ones. Pump room and sauna are just not really the move today, but locker room. Okay, well, we have to go locker room now just for the knowledge. Spread keys throughout the house. That's actually really cool. We could use some more keys. Oh, and everything's locked. I see. Well, is there anything in here that's worth getting? Like, there's like, we're not gonna open up all of these. So like, what's the goal? Yeah, because I'm not opening out all that stuff. But I want to open up some of it. So maybe there's some good keys. We'll come back here. We'll come back to the locker. We could get if we can get enough. Oh, there's a key. If we can get enough money for the metal detector, I think that'll be a solid investment. Because we can then see if there's anything good in those lockers, and also track down some keys a little bit better. So, but let's keep going here. So let's go up here and hope we can veer to the left. Probably shouldn't have used a key there, but it's what it is. I want to go bedroom here. Oh, but the locker room doesn't count as a. Just realized locker room doesn't count as a dead end, does it? Have we even gotten any dead ends? We've gotten one. We've gotten one dead end. Oh my goodness. So drawing room. No. Parlor is effectively a dead end, but not even counting as a dead end. I almost want to go empty closet here just to get the bonus coins later on. Drawing room though. I don't want to. Do I want to use like gems for it though? It does keep us going. Fine, I'll go drawing room. I don't love it, but I'll do it. Who knows? Maybe we can solve this one too. Kind of wish I could skip this cutscene though. I wish I could just pull it and then just have it be like, oh, it's opened up, and then just leave. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. So what's the date that's important to this room, eh? What could we learn? Maybe the date that this was drawn? But how could we possibly know that? Unless maybe it's in the dark room. Maybe there's some info in the dark room that we have. I think next time we get to the dark room and can also turn on the lights, I think we go back to the dark room and just see if there's any additional info about like when the photos were taken. I think that's the move. Okay, so let's go north. Do I use my last gem here? Or just go storeroom and call it good? We can also redraw. It's just... We need more gems, is the problem. We don't even have that many bedrooms. What we need is a lot of keys. That's what needs to happen. So I think we go storeroom here, and then hope we can get to the foundation from the courtyard. Because if we can, then we can just like come out the left side or the right side and call it good. Now I'm just wondering if there was another time earlier in the stream that I said something was the left side and it was actually the right side. That's well within the realm of possibility. Who knows? All right. So we got some coin. How far is the commissary? Not far. I kind of want to double back to the commissary just so we can get the well, you can also buy gems here. That would be nice. I don't think I am gonna buy one, but it'd be nice. It's nice to know that we can. So we're gonna get the metal detector, and then I'm going to collect the key that is missing from this room. Where is it? Where's the key? Where's the leak, ma'am? No, you're over here? Does this open up? Ain't no way this opens up. After all this time? You're telling me there's something secret in there? Hold on. Hold on. Now we just have to study. Oh, unless it's the holes. No, we dug up the holes. Where's this? What is the metal detector detecting? What? It's like opposite ends of the room. It doesn't make any sense. Unless it's like right here? No. What am I missing? It's not like in here though, right? Unless it is? But what have we not gotten? What did we not collect? Or what have we missed? Why is this metal detector all of a sudden the hardest boss in the game? It's not in here though, right? No, this is not it. Like, you're going crazy, dude? Where is this stuff? One in here? There's something in here too. Where are all the keys, dude? Okay, we got that. All right, that key's gone. And then that's gone. But there's still something over here somewhere. Boy, it's, when they say scattered, like the keys are scattered, they really mean scattered. Like, these things are just super hidden. But it's gotta be in this room, because this is where all the beeping is. Oh, it's right there. Holy cow, I'm so blind. Is there anything, any others? Any others I'm missing? Nothing in there. I probably shouldn't have gone back in here, but that's okay. Yeah, so neither of those were actually in the Nook at all. It was in the other rooms, which is important knowledge, because I feel like I normally get thrown off by that. All right, let's go courtyard. 6 keys. I also didn't count how many keys we actually need. Oh. Dining room, maybe? Wouldn't it be a bad dining room? It's kind of a waste of a secret passage, and bunk room is dead end. So I think we go dining room. Probably could double back to the locker room and see what other and see if we can get any info with the metal detector. But I kind of want to just steamroll ahead and then come back here when we have even more keys. I think that's my personal plan. Coins, cool. Turnip. Oh, a salted turnip. There's another hole. Oh, sometimes there's a third hole and sometimes there's not. That's upsetting to me. I think let's go this way first. Okay. I guess we'll use a key again. Rotunda. Can't even afford it. So I guess, well, like, all right, well, I guess we're going parlor then. Probably should have bought another gem. Oh, too late for the parlor, whatever. Fine. It's interesting how these don't get picked up by the metal detector. It's kind of I'm still kind of not clear on the rules for that. But, oh, key. What's up, Scratchy? Had band, but I'm here now. Oh, nice. How was band? What do you play? I can't remember if we've talked about that. What's your instrument? But good to see you. How's everything going? Like drumline, very cool, awesome. Bass drum, awesome. I'm not much of a percussionist myself. I've attempted to learn drums, and I actually hurt my knee trying to learn drum kit a couple of years ago. So we're kind of on a permanent hiatus from drums, but super respect that. Yeah, ouch. It's not fun. It continues to reap some consequences on my life, but that's okay. I love me some drums though. But good to see you. Hope everything's going well. Are you in like marching band or something? Seems like middle of summer. The only band activity that I can imagine that might be going on. would be marching band. Marching band, yeah, nice. Do you so not asking you to dosk yourself or anything, but do you live in an area where like marching band is like a serious endeavor? Because I grew up in a place where like marching band isn't really that big of a deal. Like we had like we had a marching band, but it wasn't like we would do just a couple of events a year. We did like we would do homecoming and we would do like a Christmas parade, and then we did, but like we never did like festivals or like went to competitions or anything like that. So is yours more of like that speed, or are you guys like serious like you guys like, are you guys in training for like the season, or is there some middle ground that I'm not granting room for? So what we are doing, we go to competitions and games, but to be honest, we don't actually train like we are the best. Okay. More of a culture thing. Okay, I respect that too. That's super cool. I like that, you know, I like that it's just sort of like, oh, there's a culture to it. We're not looking to like become like the bee's knees, but like, you know, it's just the thing you do is that you go to marching band and you do marching band things, and you go to festivals and you have fun. So I super respect that. I hope you enjoy it too. I hope that you're having a good time with it. But that's cool. I didn't realize that you were a musician. So welcome to the music experience, the GoodBerean experience. We're actually gonna be I'll give you a little something now. I've floated this idea before, but next week we're gonna have a bit of a schedule change, and I do have a plan to do a music stream then, so stay tuned for that. But what we are doing right now is we are playing some blueprints. We learned actually a lot this stream already. We opened a safe that I've been trying to open for multiple streams now, and I finally figured out the solution. What else did we do? We got a book. We ordered a book that had been previously redacted, so we got the unedited first edition of the book, and learned a bunch of important lore about the history of the world, of the in-game world. And so now what we're doing is basically trying not to get dead-ended. So we're in the parlor doing my favorite game, with the parlor game. So the box next to this box is false. Okay, interesting claim. We'll have to evaluate that in due time. A box next to this box is true. Okay, we'll have to evaluate that in due time. The box next to this box contains gems. Okay, we'll have to evaluate that in due time. Okay, so let's start here. The box next to this box is false. Uh-oh. Next. Yeah. So I think the language is actually a little bit more clear here than normal. All have next. Yeah. So the box next to this box is false. So that, I think it's saying that we've got the definite article the, which means that it's almost certainly talking about this box. Now this has the indefinite article a, which means that it's either this box or this box. And then this again returns to the definite article the, meaning that it's talking about this box exclusively. So I think we have enough clarity to solve this. Now, the box next to this box is false. Let's presume this is true for a second. If this is true, then that would mean this is false. But if this is false, then it means a box next to this box is true. It's not the case that a box next to this box is true. But that is the case. Because if this box is true, then by definition, a box next to this box is true. So this claim is actually self-defeating. We know for a fact now this box is false. The box next to this box is false, which means that it's not the case the box next to this box is false, which means that it's true. A box next to this box is true. But if this box is false and this box is true, and a box next to this box is true, it can't be this one, so it has to be this one, which means this box is true, which means the box next to this box contains the gems, which means this box contains the gems. Let's go. We're killing it on Parlor Game today. We had a bad run a couple of streams ago, but we're here now. We've reclaimed our title as the Parlor Game champion. We've only had one true loss in the Parlor Game. There's been a couple times when I haven't quite figured it out, but I've had enough but through either luck or just like having good key, having an extra key, we've been able to unlock we've been able to get the gems every time. There's only been one time when we've fully failed to get the gems out of several dozen Parlor Games. So I think that's a pretty good streak. Speaking of streaks, we are out of rooms here, so we have to go back and figure out what else to do. But yeah, thank you for the W. Yeah, we love the Parlor Game here. Oof. Yeah, no, that's okay. We dead ended here with the Parlor. We didn't have the greatest pull of rooms, and it just was like, okay, even though it gives us a dead end, I think we just go Parlor here for the gems. So I think the move is let's actually go this. Let's stay in the foundation and go this way. But we're not out of options. We're not fully soft locked yet. We skip weight room every time because weight room is the worst room in the game. Don't at me. Like, I think it actually is. Like, I can't think of a room that's more single-handedly awful than the weight room. I think we go Boudoir here because it lets us keep going. It gives us 2 gems. It says it gives us 1, but there's actually a secret bonus extra gem because we're so smart at the game that we've actually unlocked this extra bonus gem. So what else? Okay, so we go forward here. So now we're actually swimming in gems, which is excellent. What else can we do? I guess we go spare bedroom. And there's nothing in here. No, there's a gem in here. Okay, now we're actually swimming in gems. Kind of. Oh, we need more keys is the problem. What we need is more keys because we actually unlocked the locker room. If you can see down here, the locker room. This is the first time we've gotten the locker room. We've been promised the locker room many a time, but this is the first time we've actually gotten it. And as you can guess, there are a lot of lockers that are locked and they need keys to unlock them. And so the more keys we can get, the better. Problem is we're kind of not doing super great on the key department. The good news is we still have Courtyard City in effect, which means that we have plenty of gems. So if we go Courtyard, lockers in a locker room, what? I know, it's hard to believe. Okay, epic. So we got the special flowers from our blessing of the flower constellation. Because I wish I should explain. We went to the observatory. One of the star systems we observed gave us a benefit that said every time that green rooms contain special flowers, and apparently the special flowers means flowers that have gems in them. Also, here's a secret garden key. That's cool because if we need to go to room 46, we can get there from the secret, or we need to go to the secret garden to open up the antechamber. What I'm hoping for is more keys. Yes, keys from these holes. That's what we need. I think that's the master plan right now, is get more courtyards, dig in more holes, find more keys. So we're now up to 6 keys. The problem is we have a security door there. We can't do anything about that right now. Do I use... I kind of want to use special key here, actually, because what special key is going to do is going to give us the secret garden, which will give us a lever to open up the antechamber. It'll also give us northern and southern doors that we can use to access the antechamber and access this room down here. And it also, on top of all of that, saves us a normal key. So I think we use secret garden key here. What do you mean the key doesn't fit? You kidding, dude? Okay. I wonder if it has to be like on the side of the room, side of the house. Ooh, drafting studio. We have to go drafting studio every time here. We just have to. Coins. Because it lets us select new floor plans. In the drafting studio, you will be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. All right. Epic. The kennel, each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. That's crazy. The solarium, you are more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. Interesting. I don't love that. I mean, it's like, because I feel like that plays into a meta that we've kind of been actively fighting against. So we've been actively trying to make rooms we want more common and rooms we don't want more rare. And so I feel like the solarium would actually work against that goal. And the casino, game of chance. You want casino? I was kind of leaning towards kennel, but I could be persuaded for casino. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all the doors. Just kidding. You just like the idea of casino. I think kennel's the objectively correct choice here. I think kennel's the right move, because we already are kind of like doubling down on like the digging strat, right? We've got lots of stuff that's good for digging, and it does seem OP, right? Like imagine like, so we just came from the courtyard and we had to reckon with a locked door, right? Imagine if we dug a hole and then all of a sudden there was no locked door and we could just go like, there's already several other rooms that have like good like hole synergy. Like we've got a like a room that if you create, if you build rooms, certain rooms adjacent to that room, they have holes in them. We've got like, there's a whole blessing that gives us a room that has a lot of holes. So like, I think there's a lot of stuff already lined up for us to make like the whole strat like the way to go. So I feel like this feeds into that well. So I think we have to do this just for the synergy. Add this floor plan to your draft, home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions. It can be assumed these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. Oh, we own the dogs now too? My goodness, dude. These dogs have been in kennel for 42 days. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I understand now. I didn't understand before, but now I understand. So this is telling us what the Great Hall has. Because the Great Hall, so if it's for you, in case you don't know, here's how the Great Hall works. It's a room, and let me just pull up the actual room directory. I almost called it a day. That would be horrible. Hallway. Great Hall. Okay, so the Great Hall has 7 locked doors, and this is what it looks like. We have this door on the other side, and then you have 6 doors on either side. Or 3 doors on either side, for a total of 7 locked doors. But the problem is, what's behind these doors is like mysterious. Like we don't actually know what they are. Sometimes it's just like a tiny little room. Sometimes it's a room that like stretches to the actual like exit. So it's hard to know unless we come to the drafting room, because it shows us exactly what's going on. So that's the far door. And then it's saying that this is the room, that this near door is the room that goes to this exit, and the middle door is the room that goes to that exit. So that's super cool. Last time I was here, I didn't quite understand it. I thought this was telling us something about like, oh, some change to the Great Hall is going to happen. No, it's literally just saying like it's literally saying what it's saying. The Great Hall, this is the partitioning plan for the Great Hall. This is how the Great Hall is partitioned today, Friday, December 18th. Ooh, a very detailed model, a very detailed Piper model of a safe. Okay, but I can't. but not so detailed that I can open the safe. Also, what room is this? Is this the drafting room? No, this doesn't look like the drafting room. What is that art? What room has that archway? Is this... What room is this? Dude, I wish we had a magnifying glass right now, because I bet we could get the code from that. I don't recognize this this archway. But I'm sure I'll see it and I'll be like, oh, of course. I wonder if it's the not the office, but that other room. Hold on. We can actually, I bet we can solve this with our because we solve this like this. So I think it's probably, it doesn't look like it's any of those. I have a theory as to what it is. Not the arch, not this. But not the office, because we already have been to, we actually, office was the one that has the office is the one that has the safe we just opened today. So like we've solved the office safe. There's not going to be a second safe in the office. It's definitely not Rumpus Room. That doesn't look quite right at all. It's not the drawing room either. Study. This is what I was thinking of. I think this is the study. Like if you look at it, kind of looks the same, right? There's the shelves, like the big shelf with this chair. Yeah, even the chair's even like the same angle, right? The chair and then like the multi-tiered desk. That's exactly what that is. So that's telling us then where's the, and then we have the crooked whiteboard. So that means that, oh my goodness, dude. That means that the safe is right here. Oh, and you can even see the safe right in here. So, all right, this is actually excellent because we needed to know where more safes were. I was just talking about how I need to figure out where the rest of the safes are. Safe rooms. Oh my goodness, I don't have safe rooms. Thanks for wasting a pant, Scratchy. Safe locations. There we go. I think we've fully written this off of the wine cellar. Oh, we actually already knew this about the office. We already knew that the office had this. Oh wait, no. Office is not the study. So the office was letter 8. And I might actually move this whole thing up somewhere else where the rest of the letters are. The rest of the letter information. We'll do this, I guess, because it's not, because we know this is letter 8, and then it would be like the study. To the left of entrance, I guess. I don't know if that's important, but we'll put it there. So it still leaves. It's not in the wine cellar. I'm just gonna erase this because we've been to the wine cellar 8 times and it's not there. I must have I have a false memory of being to the wine cellar or something that looks like the wine cellar and pulling a lever and seeing a safe and then never going there again and getting confused. So next time we're at study, I bet, dude, okay, so I've got a couple of master plans here. Oh, and I've not even had the notepad on my screen the entire time. That's fine. So here's our master plan. Step 1, find a magnifying glass. Step 2, come back here. Step 3, see if this very detailed paper model of the safe gives us the combination we need. Step 4, oh, day 1. We already knew that. Oh, the apple orchard. Whoa. Wonder if that has anything important to say. I also like the kind of like weird staircase situation for each of those cases. It's like that one painting. If I were more cultured, I would know like the exact artist and painting and be able to call it out like a really cool person. But like that one painting that's like all the staircases and like they're all like sort of twisting in on each other, and it's just like crazy optical illusion that like that defies actual like geometry and space. Let the reader understand, or let the hearer understand. But okay, I do really like that picture. I don't know if it tells us anything important because we've already been to the apple orchard and there's definitely only one entrance. But perhaps there's some symbolism here about like the tree of knowledge, the forbidden fruit and all that. But we will find out. But we've already found out quite a bit from this room that I didn't know about before, despite looking. I wonder if surely those don't have anything important, right? Or surely this is just like drawings and not actually stuff I need to pay attention to or examine for clues. Surely not. What is this also? Oh, is this the drafting room right here? Is this what we're in? It's kind of what it looks like. Which is funny. Okay, and then we've already read the drafting strategy book, so I'm not going to read that again. I recall that was a huge waste of time. I'm going to try Secret Garden Key again. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, oh my goodness. Key does not fit. Yeah, okay, no kidding. Alright, do need some other keys, though. Or office? Oh, the kennel. Do we go kennel here? Each time you dig in a room, unlock doors in that room. It would save us a lot of future door stuff, especially if we get more courtyards, which there's going to be more. You know, I went to band practice, but I actually didn't play. I'm a uniform manager, so I spent the whole practice handing out new shoes and putting back polos from the 4th of July parade. Oh, okay. Got it. So, well, hopefully that was a productive time, if not fun. It was? Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Do we go office? Or do we go kennel? Better than being in the heat outside. Oh, that's totally fair. Yeah, staying inside versus staying outside. Absolutely fair. Yeah, the heat's been brutal here, so, and I know it's been brutal in a lot of places, so I can't imagine. Dude, being in those like sweaty marching uniforms, that sounds horrible. I mean, I think you probably don't wear the uniforms for practice, but still. I remember hating that even when I was even doing it in the fall and winter. Like those uniforms are not fun. Panel archives is obviously not the move. The question is office or kennel. Office gives us cash at the expense of gems. We also get a gem because of we have a safe that's open now. And then yeah, for sure. Yeah, we don't like that. I feel like kennel's the better move for what we need because we need keys, and so we have we still have the courtyard spell in effect, and we need to save our keys. Yeah, no. So we what we did is this room, the drafting studio, adds a room permanently to our draft pool. So we selected the kennel as the thing we want to add permanently to our draft pool. Now we actually get to use the kennel. So I think we go kennel here because one, we need to figure out the lore. Oh, it's puppies. What's up, gang? You guys are kind of cool, not gonna lie. I'm kind of down with it. Not usually an animal person, but you know, these guys seem chill. Oh, y'all the same breed? I don't know. I like how we can come in here and dig the hole, but we could actually also just dig from this side too. That's funny. They look like it. Maybe like a slightly different pattern on this guy, but like they look like they're essentially the same breed. The cuteness breed. Oh, we can pet. We can pet the pupper. Excellent. I'm not a huge fan of petting animals in real life, but I will gladly pet them in game because I don't have to deal with animal dander and with them licking and biting and all that nonsense. Cat. C-A-T. All right. What is this supposed to tell us? Like, is this a clue? For what? Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm glad I know that now. What do I know? I don't know. Oh, I've also been not paying attention to what has HVAC systems. I'm supposed to be paying attention to the rooms that have HVAC systems so that I can know which ones I need to connect the HVAC system to. All right, well, I don't think I can do anything with these doggos. So here's another puzzle. So because I've long theorized. So in the bunk room, so check this out. Right, watch this. Bedrooms in the bunk room, right? You can't really see it, but right here is a little hamster cage, and there's literally a hamster inside it. And I've been long theorizing how is the hamster staying fed? There's food in his bowl every day, and there's apparently water too. But it's like it's been 42 days. How the frick is Hamtaro still alive? By the same token, how are these dogs still alive? There's not even food in their bowls. Where's the water? Someone has got to be feeding the animals. So we've already seen a vision from Alzara about there being some other person watching us, someone else in the house keeping their distance, looking at us from the shadows. So here's my theory, is that our mom, who has been missing for several years at this point, is actually still in the house. It is our mom who's keeping watch on us, and it is our mom who's feeding the doggos and the hamster. That is my theory. That is my bona fide game theory as of right now. That's what we're working with. So, the mom is spying us. Yeah, that's what I'm going on. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking that she probably has some good reason to stay hidden. She probably is like faked her own death or faked her own disappearance so she can do some political shenanigans or something. I don't know. There's lots of lore here that we've only like half uncovered, so I'm not super clear on it, but that's my working theory. Yep. One sec. All right. Let's see what's behind this door. Ooh, attic. Ooh, we might go attic here because 8 items might save our whole run. But the problem is also it saves our whole run, but it also like keeps us from being able to move forward. Whereas courtyard gives us tons of options and holes and unlocked doors. So I think we actually have to go courtyard here. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, like the lore in this game is insane. I was so one of the things that you missed from earlier, we read the book from the first edition of the history of Orindia or Ordina or the place that we're at, like the realm that we exist in. We read about the history of the world, and one of the things we learned about the history of the world, because we read the first edition, which was unredacted. The edition that was available in the library before was redacted and had a bunch of like stuff hidden, and so we learned about the history of the real history of the world today. Oh, Seven, welcome in, Mule. Good to see you. Hope all is well. I was just talking about how we were learning the history of the world in this game, and one of the things that we learned was that the world actually used to be. What was the purpose of my bringing that up? We learned about. Hope you're having a great one. I am having a great one. Yeah, I'm having a great day. Today was actually my last day at my job. So I'm officially done with that job forever now. So really excited to be done with that and moving on to something else. Yeah, and we so one of the things we learned here is that is just like how complex the history is in the game. And that's like there was this whole insurrection where there was a good king and then his son was bad, and so then the people were like, oh, that's not super cool, and they were like, they fought against, and they were like, actually we want to be king instead. And then that king and then the real king like basically instigated a massacre, and so but then he lost because he was being super uncool. And so now there's like this weird complex history that was mostly hidden from us because it's, again, this is the redacted edition or the unredacted edition. So it's like there's all this like political intrigue to this game, and there's all these like layers of like history and insurrection that we are only scratching the surface of. But press on. What do we do here? Ooh, how many bedrooms do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 counting this one. It's not a lot, but it might be worth it. What's our other option? Maid's chamber seems like it would bite us in the foot. It would give us more rooms to go for, but it makes the rest of the rooms less useful. Whereas I think servants' quarters gives us a 4-key buff right now that might give us enough to unlock everything in the locker room. So I think we do that. Grab our 4 keys. Anything else in here? I've already read that. Oh, sick. Key, gem, coins. Excellent. Oh yeah, super good key situation now. And this is doors unlocked because we dug the hole. 10 keys. Yeah, 10 keys is epic. I don't remember how many lockers were in the locker room, but I think it was probably close to 10. Ooh, now we have a choice though. Do we go music? I think we go music room here every time because we need more keys, and this gives us 2 good keys. Like a normie key and then a good key. Oh, silver key. Nice. Oh, wait, prism key. This is new. I've never had this. If you unlock a door with the prism key in a green room, hallway, bedroom, red room, or shop, you will draw floor plans of that same color. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh yeah, I love this music room, dude. If I had a room like this in my house, epic. All right. So yeah, I've never gotten that prism key before, dude. That's crazy. I'm trying to think. Oh, of course there's an ad break here, dude. All right, we'll go on a quick ad break. And then when we come back, we're going to figure out what to do with that prism key. And we're also going to figure out what's in the locker room. So stay tuned, get a little stretch in, get a snack, get a whatever you need to do. And then we'll be back in just a couple minutes to solve more mysteries in Blueprints. All right, and we're back. Hope everyone had a good ad break. All right, so what we are doing here. So there's a couple of things that we're trying to accomplish here at this point. Let's just open this door, see what it's got. Never mind. Can I do... I don't want to do prism key here. I think we do secret garden key and see if it works. It does not work. Okay, I think we're actually going to leave this door for now then. Because our larger goal is to actually get down to the locker room and open up these locker rooms. So I think what I'm going to do... So let's double back to this courtyard here. Oh, right, I can't open that. What can I open? Where can I go to open the door? It's like my song. It's called Where Can I Go to Open the Door? It's a work in progress. So the only other option for us at this point is the entrance hall. So we might double back there, and I think as long as we're going back there, we might as well pass by locker room, see what we can do. So I guess we go this way. And then down here into dining room. Dining room. Oh, we also get food now. We might do this. We don't have a showroom yet, but I think I might get dinner anyway, just so that I make sure I have enough steps to work with here. This also feels like the kind of room that might have a secret hidden safe somewhere. Also the Nook. Although they probably wouldn't have a duplicate of... Nah, I don't know. Hallway to this room. Ooh, magnifying glass. Where did we need to go for the magnifying glass? Up at the drafting studio, all the way up there. All right, well, let's just go locker room first. Now I'm really glad we got that food. I probably shouldn't have doubled back so many times, but we're doing this. How many? Okay, how many rooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy cow. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That is so many keys, dude. So many keys. All right, well, let's just start opening them. I think if we can't just... I gotta see at least if there's anything useful in any of them. Not in this one. What about this one? Coins? Okay, so sometimes they have stuff and sometimes they don't. Dude, I hope some of them have keys in them, because otherwise we're just gonna be... Oh, let's go. Oh, epic then. So we actually... So it's like we only spent 1 key then. Oh, this actually isn't a locked door at all. Nice. Yeah. So if we can get keys in some of them, you're allowed to use caps. If you do it like 20 messages in a row, we might have a conversation. But like, I think caps is, you know, a well-timed all caps message is a fun time in my book. I didn't know I had caps on at all. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, there was like a time at work like last week where I someone like sent me a Teams message and then I responded sure in all caps accidentally, and I was like, I didn't mean to do that. I was, you know, the goal was not to be so abrasive in my surety. But it definitely works. But you know, the all caps nice is not unwelcome. Okay, we have 4 more keys. How many more? 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we need to get some really good key RNG in here. I think I'm gonna also save probably 2 of these keys to make sure that we can get other places. Oh. so excited to be sure. Yeah, I was really excited. No, I wasn't excited. But I came this. Yeah, 6 or 0. Okay, yeah. So we got a code to decipher. So we've seen this mathematics worksheet before because we've been to school, and we know that it's like grade 1 or grade 2 is math, and so we've seen this worksheet before. I don't know what this like 6 or 0 business is. 6 or 0. I kind of wanted just to take a picture of this. I'm gonna do that. Snip. I'm just gonna like, boom. Now you're in my folder. Math code. Yeah, math code. I'll just call it math code. Certainly that will be totally clear in 3 weeks when I look at this again and go, what did I mean by math code? 6 or 0. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold everything. No. Oh, I thought I was a genius for a second. There's this code I've been trying to figure out for ages, where there's a note that says that the safe code is 9083, but it's on a red note, and we know that red notes are liars, because that's just a rule that we've learned. And I was thinking that, oh, is it that it's the lie is that it's actually a 0 instead of a 6, but there is no 6. It's 9083. So we're back to ground zero on that. So I don't think I'm even gonna write. I am gonna write this down in the notes as well. So locker room math worksheet. I don't know why I've capitalized things the way that I have, but it's what I'm going with it. 6 or oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it this way. 6 or that. I don't know if it's O or 0. So hopefully between that and the picture that I took, we'll have enough information to kind of decipher what's actually happening on my screen. But that's sick though that we got some info, and now I just want to kind of like take another peek at these other lockers, make sure I haven't accidentally skipped over some important lore or anything. I don't think so. These all look pretty empty. They all look like pretty normie lockers to me. I especially like the key. I especially like the locked locker that has 2 more locks in it, or like 2 more keys in it. Oh, but I think I am, speaking of 2 keys, I think we're gonna save. There's 4 more keys that we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 4 more keys to open everything, because I can't open this one for some reason. So I want to save these to make sure that we don't actually end up running out of keys and soft locking ourselves. But okay, so we got to go this way. So there's something else I've missed here. Is it possibly another key? It is another key. I actually am gonna save this. We're not gonna. Oh, we'll save these 3 keys here, and then hopefully we'll run across even more. Any other rooms I haven't been to recently? Where was the room that spread the keys? What did I do to spread keys? I spread keys somewhere, right? Maybe not. Wasn't there something I did to spread keys? I'm trying to think of whether I should go. I've got the steps for it. I'm gonna just go back to the hallway again and go up here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. No. Yeah, nothing in here. Nothing in here. Still not sure how to activate this safe, but maybe someday we'll figure it out. We've already got one safe today, which is a super epic win. I expected to open 0 safes today, and instead we got one safe and then found another. So that's huge. Anything in here? No. Am I going the right way? Yes. What about here? No. Give me some keys, dog. Oh, key. Thank you. All right. Go this way. And we'll see what we can get. I would go walk-in closet, but that practically ends our run. I think we go workshop here. Do we have anything that's worth combining for the workshop? Battery. Oh, I've also been forgetting to check the workshop code. So at this point, I'm kind of giving up on the workshop code. I don't think it's a real code. Salt. Can I match anything with salt? No. Salt can do nothing. Metal detector. I can... Oh, the metal detector magnifying glass is the... That's the burning glass. We actually don't need that right now. What do I need? Okay, can't do anything else with the magnifying glass. What can we do with the sledgehammer? Anything? Sledgehammer battery pack? Plus... None of these. Okay. Battery pack. Shovel. No. Battery pack. Okay. None of those can do anything. Shovel and metal. The shovel. We could do shovel detector again. We did that last time and it was actually super clean. And I like the shovel detector because it doesn't take away the functionality of either of the other items, but it actually gets things, makes things better. So I think shovel detector is just like a straight win here. And I actually do need to find more keys. So if we get like courtyard right here, then we just dominate the universe is what happens. Where's that other thing though? There's a key hanging out somewhere. Where are you? Dude, if I didn't have this metal detector, I would just skip so many items. Where is that mysterious ticking noise? What? Where are you? Are you on the ground? Oh, it's just coins? Oh my goodness. That's not what I wanted at all. I mean, I'll take the coins, but like, kind of need other things too. Ooh, laundry room. Laundry room. Laundry room actually might give us what we need here. But then it cuts us off. I kind of want to... So... Technically, we have what we need to go open the locker room, right? Because we needed 4 more keys. I think we actually don't do laundry room. I think we do laboratory. So we can keep going. And we can start an experiment. And we can hopefully get more keys. Set your steps to 40. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. I don't think you have that many red rooms. Set your dice to 2. Those are all really good. None of them are permanent upgrades, but I'll take steps to 40 might be really good. Each time you find some trash while digging, whenever you draft a shop room, whenever you draft a hallway from another hallway. I think this is actually the move. And we could do... Set your steps to 40 basically ensures infinite steps. Almost certainly. Especially now that we're less than 40. I think we actually just do that. It would be cool. I think like setting the dice to 2 would be really good, but I think just in the interest of making sure that we can just like have virtually infinite traversal, I think we have to do this. Anything else? Eventually we'll have to recheck the like the cord. I was almost at the cortisol levels, like the levels of the whatchamacallit. Eventually we'll have to recheck the level, like the radiation levels, and make sure. Last time we checked, like, because apparently the experiments are supposed to increase like the radiation levels of the house, and once we get to a certain point it's dangerous. We're not even close to that point, or at least we weren't last time we checked the radiation levels, but I want to just keep a close eye on that to make sure we don't overdo it. Are there any items here? No? Just a bunch of useless lore? Fine. Okay, we go this way. Security. Where have you been, bud? I think we actually do security here. I think security is the move. Because, for one... Oh, we've somehow missed 20 coins. Keycard system. Set security level. What do we want to set security level to? Low, right? Or high? We don't have the key card yet, though, is the thing. So I think we do set it to low. And then change the offline mode. What we really do, like, I think the ultimate play here is finding, is getting, the power box from here. If we could go, like, right here and get, like, the utility box. Dang. Oh, that's so bad. Like, that's such a good place for a courtyard, but it's such a bad orientation. I also totally forgot. We're supposed to be getting dead end. That's what the coins are. The coins are in the tomb. The coins are in the tomb because every time we hit a dead end, we generate coins in the tomb. So that's what we need to do. We might, next time we go back to entrance hall, we might double back and do that. So we could go guest bedroom, get additional steps, or we could go courtyard, get some dig spots. I mean, either way, we're dead ending, and I don't think our archive's kind of a bad play here because that sets us up for failure. Guest bedroom would give us 5 additional coins, but I think courtyard, we probably make that up in courtyard because we probably dig up more coins just doing that. Oh, and I also forgot about the gems or the flowers. So yeah, already courtyard is proving to be like way better than the other one ever would have been. Yeah, because now we actually have enough to like go back. We can do whatever we want now. Now we have absolutely as much as we need to do like to get anything done. Yeah, and so we dug up nothing, so we set the steps to 40. So this is the ultimate play. Holy cow, dude. Yeah, we're swimming it. And then I think we just, like, while we're here, let's just keep going up because we don't, there's no point in like coming back here later. Another courtyard, perhaps. I feel it's just the best room. It's just the best. Dude, this courtyard puzzle, we have to keep the courtyard blessing in mind. It's so OP. The courtyard is the way. Oh, I also have to remember to order a special order of shovel. So we'll do that in a second. Coins. I kind of want to save those holes right now and just see. Oh, utility closet. Oh, actually, we go utility closet here. So here's why. Oh, we have a thing? Where? Oh, a coin. So here's why we go utility closet here. Because we can turn off the key card system. I'm not gonna bother with the vac indicators. Ooh, and we're also gonna go garage on. I don't know if we'll get to the garage, but if we ever do, probably wouldn't even pick garage even if I had the option, because we don't need that many keys. Let's go this way now. Speaking of garage, den's probably the better play here, right? Garage is good, but it dead ends us. We have the. Oh, I forgot. And we don't have the car keys. That was the last run. Gymnasium kind of sucks, especially when den's an option. I think we go den just so we can keep going. I think that's the play. And I'm actually gonna not dig up all those holes in hopes that there's one that's empty that lets us recharge our steps at a later point. Treasure map? Oh my goodness. We got a treasure map now? Almost certainly we can get there. We've got so many rooms. What is that? E5? What do we have at E5? The drawing room. Of course we do. All right, who wants to dig a hole in the drawing room? I do. I think I just have to remember that courtyard still has some holes to dig up. But let's keep going for now. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I think we go library here because one, it'll let us order a new book. Two, if we get bookstore out of it, we can actually just buy the last book. Because the only one left is the one that's 40 coins. And we already have that. So we just do it right now. So we just did a history of Arinda. A new clue is the next one we want. Because that's the only book we haven't read. Holes in the art room. Yep, that's literally what's about to happen. We're gonna dig a hole in the freaking painting room. Bookshop, let's go. Oh, we could go ballroom too. Ballroom's goated. Oh, this is such a... Why are all the good rooms in one poll, dude? We have to go bookshop, though. We have to go bookshop because... Oh, but Great Hall might actually get us where we need to go, though, is the problem. No, we can't. We have to go bookshop because if this ends up being a wash, we at least bought a good thing out of it. We at least got like the final book. And this is what we need. The Curse of Black Bridge. I wonder if that has some political overtones to it too, because the old, we learned today about, and we kind of already knew about, the old regime had black flags, and then the new regime had red flags. And so I wonder if the Curse of Black Bridge has anything to do with that. Epic. All right. So the bookstore is now totally useless to us. Well, not totally useless, like, but it's much less coveted now. So I'm glad we did that. Glad we took that little detour to make that happen. I think I am gonna actually dip down to the courtyard here and hopefully, I'm gonna actually hope that we get something bad. So get nothing here. Hey, just checking in. I'm at Penn Station waiting for a train. Oh, awesome. Welcome in, Kat. Good to hear from you. We are doing great. We have, so far, we have opened, we finally opened the safe in the office that I've been trying to figure out for like ages. We finally got there. We found out about we figured out that the safe is or that apparently some unknown group got a hold of Grunkle Herbert's red letters and like held them hostage, and like he paid a ransom to get them back. And they kept it super vague, but like they seemed super interested in like making sure that he understood that like they were, even though they took his letters hostage and made him pay a ransom, they're not that bad of people. We got the kennel. We visited the kennel, and we got a room that's full of dogs. And you can pet the dog. We found the locker room, and there's like so many lockers in the locker room that you can open up with keys, and now we have enough keys to do that. We bought the last book from the bookshop that we needed. This has been a super duper productive stream. We accomplished tons of stuff. Have we accomplished my goal of digging up an empty hole that replenishes my steps though? No. We just have more keys. That's okay. So I think we're gonna continue north here. But good to hear from you. What are you doing at Penn Station? I didn't realize you were gonna be there. What's the plan? Oh, the vault. Okay. Hear me out. All right, here we are. We go vault. We have a special key that we can use to unlock one of the safety deposit boxes. And then we go back down to security, turn the security doors up to high, go all the way back up to this high courtyard and access this security door, and then go down the rest of this way and see what we can do. But if this is the only other thing we get done this run, that's a super epic win. My brother was in charge of naval operations during Fleet Week, so I visited him. Oh, excellent. Very cool. I hope that went well. Oh my goodness, I have so many coins. No, don't have anything to do with them. Which vault key? 149. And this is open. We don't have the gems aren't there. Took my son to all the sites. Okay, excellent. Hope he had a fun time too. Any particular standouts? 149. 149. Use key 149. Oh my goodness. Allowance token. Sick. Now we have an allowance of 12. More money. And another passport. Oh my goodness, dude. Our mom's a spy again. Our mom's definitely a spy, dude. Are you kidding me? This is now the second spy thing that we found. I think we just take another picture here. I don't know what's important and what's not, so we're just doing this. Passport. Oh my goodness. Passport 2. Took 300 pictures. The Empire State Building was pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, that's super cool. I haven't been to the Empire State Building in years. It's been a really long time. But that 300 pictures is a lot. I don't think I have the patience for 300 pictures. Like pictures in particular. I definitely have the patience for 300 of something, but pictures is not it. Passport. Oh, hold on. All right, we gotta write some notes down here. Passport 2. Surname Hayes. Given name Samantha. Nationality. Parisian. Dob. 11254. Sex. Female. Female. Male. Female. Date of issue 1/10/84. Date of expiry 1/10/94. All right. They revamped a lot and increased the height you can view from. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been there, so I'm sure that it's different than what I remember. Yeah, because I remember that like there's only like a certain floor that you can go up to, and then like obviously it's like taller than what the actual general public is available to, so it has access to. So that's cool that that is, you know, you have different access there, or you know, you have access to different have like a higher view now. Awesome. I'm glad that you guys had a good trip. What? Does it not keep the vault key? I don't really need it, but surely it's just unlocked now, right? So I don't care. All right. All right. Next goal. Let's go back up to the top of the courtyard. And hopefully we get another courtyard and then we can dig holes and then replenish our steps. That's my personal goal. We just shoot straight down. Okay. Go straight down. Man, this has been such a crazy, like, run. Oh, and I also can, let me check the estate inventory. 30 coins now. Log into network. Yeah, we want to log into network because I want to, do, what do I want to do? I want to special order a shovel. Because the shovel is just the most powerful item. I'm convinced now. Especially now that we have even more like items that can synergize with it. Like it's just the way. It's just the way to go every time. If we get a shovel, then we just win. And every time we don't have a shovel, it's a sad day. So what's the moral of the story? Always get a shovel. Special order. Place a special order. I would like to order 1 shovel, please. Approve order. I approve of my order. And then I'm leaving. We keep going down here. I think I dug up all of those. Yeah, okay. We go down here. Go over here. And now we go up. I'm just gonna go over here and make sure that I don't have, if there's nothing. Oh, there is something. More keys. Any keys in here? No. All right. We really need to make sure that we don't screw this up and don't. We need to be able to get to our final destination here. Is it worth buying anything here? It's just the gems, and we have plenty of gems, so I don't think we buy the gem there. We really need is a courtyard. It's gonna be a little, the timing is gonna be, or like the step count is gonna be a little tight here. Not like super tight, but like 1 or 2 wrong moves is gonna ruin our day for sure. All right, so open this now. Ooh, coat. No, we don't need coat check anymore because we did exactly what I was hoping we could do, which was use the vault key to open the vault. So we accomplished that, so we don't actually need it. So courtyard is just the objectively correct answer here. And we get our gems back. Give me nothing. Literally give me nothing so I can get my steps. Oh my goodness, of course. Of course you're gonna give me all the stuff. There we go. That's it. And we get 40 steps. Just as I planned. Oh, I've already messed up. No, I didn't mess up. I may have slightly messed up. Oh, I've definitely messed up now. That wasn't what I should have done at all. We're gonna save that hole for later. Ooh. Freezer's in the running. I almost want to go freezer. No, we can't go freezer. No, we can go freezer. Coins and gems will not be reset at the end of the day. Cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. Ooh. We're not getting into the antechamber at this point. Let's be real, because like we need to get all three of the rooms, all three of the special rooms, which I don't think we can pull off unless we get unless right here we get Great Hall. No, we can't. We literally can't do it. It's just undoable. So our only play at this point, Freezer's kind of the best play because I don't know what Attic could even give us that's even worthwhile at this point. Freezer, we have so many coins and so many gems that if we started next run with both of these, it would be super epic. Oh yes, it would be more epic if we could have gone to the drawing room first and gotten some more, gotten the treasure chest, which almost certainly would have been a almost certainly would have been, what am I saying? Almost certainly would have been like more gems, but 8 gems and 70 coins is a heck of a way to start a run. So I almost want to just do freezer here. And then we go back to locker room. We open up the rest of those doors, and then we dig the hole in drawing room and call it a day. I think that's what we do here. It might be a little bit of a conservative play, but oh, and you know what the other thing we do here that's super genius? Because you also get to do something that I've been trying to do for ages, which is, no, wait, we can't even, no way. We can't even use the magnifying glass? I thought the whole point of this was that there was like a secret message that we could read. Oh my goodness, it's just for the pictures? After all that? Bro. You gotta be kidding me. It's personal freezer. He kept a letter in? Oh my goodness. Classic Herbert. Classic Herbie, am I right, dude? Oh my goodness. Alright, well I still think this is the correct play. This is still the correct play, no matter what you say. And so I will dig up this extra hole. Never mind. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Because now, how many steps we got? 38. Yeah, so we can, let's actually go over here. I just want to see what's the final room we can do. Unless Mm. No, I'm gonna do it right now. We're just gonna do it. Because I'm not gonna come back here otherwise. There's no point. Use special keys. We can't. Oh, I think we already decided we can't do the Secret Garden key. Prism key. Hallway, bedroom, red room, shop. I think the move, if we can get somehow the coat check here, that's actually goated. Never mind. Oh, of course of course we get the showroom now. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my goodness, we can't even buy it. Oh my goodness. I don't really want any of these. I guess we'll go pump room just to see. Is there there is HVAC in the pump room. Okay. I don't know if I already knew that, but I'm gonna write it down anyway. HVAC. Pump room. Boom. All right. So we have that. All right. Well, that I didn't actually need to come here or do anything here. I just wanted to, like, it seemed like the best option, and it gave us some info about what's available. So now I think the move is we just head back. We're just gonna head back to oh, we didn't get the study either. That's okay. We'll get the study eventually again. So yeah, now we just head back to the drawing room. Cause so we want the drawing room so we can get the treasure chest that's almost certainly useless. There we go. Read the treasure map. Found a thing. Looks like the spot. Let's dig. Hello. It's probably gonna just be a chest full of gems that we can't even open. That's okay. I stand by my freezer play. I think the freezer play was the correct move. Oh my gosh, I wish I could skip that though. It's a lot. Of course, it contains 25 coins and 3 gems. Good thing I can get those. Psych. I don't know. I maintain that that was the correct play. I maintain that the could we have had 11 gems and 95 coins? Yes, but 8 gems and 75 or 70 coins is still like a heck of a start for the next run. And now we have more than enough keys. 8. For some reason, I thought there was 18 keys. Of course. Now we have more than enough keys to open the rest of these doors. Oh, GoodBerean is a pseudonym. I have no idea what that means. I'm gonna do this. Locker room stuff. Math worksheet, and then we have green note. GoodBerean is a pseudonym. All right. I don't think so here's what we know about green. We know that I think the only information we've gotten about green notes is that the green notes in Hartley's room is a lie. But it doesn't say anything about the green note in the locker room. I also don't know who GoodBerean is. I don't think that's a name we've come across. Unless it is and I've just forgotten. Which is totally possible, let's be honest. Is that the only thing? Apples. Okay. All right. Good for me, I guess. Okay, I think then that is everything we can do. We also could have, I should have gone and, collected the, well, since we have the steps for it, I think the last thing that we should do here is go out to the tomb, because even though we keep, like, collecting the even though the stuff in the tomb is not, even though there's stuff in the tomb that we can't, that doesn't do anything for us, the reason I want to go to the tomb anyways, because I want to see where does that money get spread to. Where can I see? Because last time we went in there, we had an item that just auto-collected all of the money. I want to see like where that money actually gets spread, because we got to have like 30, like at least 30 coins in there by now. So even if we can't collect them, I want to know that they're collectible. That makes sense. Even if it doesn't make sense, that's still what I want to do. So we're going to do that. And that's going to be probably the last thing we do for the stream, is just to see what's going on there. So go over here. We had a good run. This is a super duper productive stream. Holy cow, we've accomplished so much. And of course there's holes, dude. Are you kidding? And then we get just the steps set to 40. Excellent. Oh, dice. Interesting. Is there dice always there? I probably should have just... No, now I definitely should have just come down here the first time. But where are the coins? I've been told that there are 30 coins at least in this zone. But where? Oh, right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What does it say? Spread 5 coins in the tomb. 1, 2. Some of these look like 4 coins, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 5 is 35, which sounds about right for the number of dead ends that we should have. And then, so it's literally just spread here. I feel like I've checked here before and it did not spread there. They're not there. Maybe it just spreads to random ones each time. And now that we've unlocked all the crypts, there should be, I assume we've unlocked all the crypts. Perhaps we haven't. There may yet be other crypts that are not of this tomb. Ooh, little hole. Okay. Wait. What is that? What's that? It's like, was that a key? What is this? The diary key. Oh. Oh, has that always been there? Holy cow, dude. All right, well, that changes everything. Is looking here change anything? I totally forgot about the diary, I'm gonna be honest. But now that gives us something to do for next time. Because the next time we get the tomb, we're definitely doing it, just so we can go get the diary key, and then our goal becomes get to Our Ladyship's chamber. That's the new mission. Oh my goodness! Just when I thought, remember when I started this stream by saying, yeah, I don't think you know, like, we're kind of running out of things to do, like in terms of like getting knowledge and solving puzzles, and now, like, we just this stream, we gained so much knowledge, and it was solved so many puzzles that we've been trying to like beat our head against for a while now. Even puzzles I wasn't even thinking about, we solved just now. Like with the diary, I totally forgot the diary was even a thing. I'm just gonna collect all these coins here because I want to make sure. I know it doesn't like give me anything per se. I just want to make sure that, yeah, okay, so that was just what that was. Is there anything down here? This will be the last thing we check. Well, perhaps. Oh, for some reason I thought those were coins. Suppose they could spread here as well. It's kind of hard to tell. Surely, yeah. So there's like an arrow saying like go here. So surely there's just like a secret passageway. And then you do a little dance. And then all of a sudden, the door opens. Or not. Okay, that's fine. I think we've exhausted everything we need to accomplish for today. Just taking a quick little look-see around to make sure that I haven't missed anything important. But I don't think I have, though. I think I've found everything of importance. So, and then this. Okay, I thought. Oh yeah, there's a look like right here. The railroad. They were talking about the intercontinental railroad that they had back in the ancient days. So perhaps a bit of that railroad still exists in the underground. And it's gonna be our job to find it. It's gonna be our job to unlock it. There's so many layers to this game we have yet to peel back. The underground, the torches, the fourth torch that lets us light the lanterns, or the fourth gas valve that lights the fourth torch. So much we've yet to accomplish, but I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we can do here. We can go back to security, I guess, and just see if there's any other info. If anything else that we haven't collected. I don't see what exactly the point of doing that would be, but like, we might as well just do it. And sometimes, you know, sometimes I just do this sort of thing and then realize there was actually something super important that I meant to do. So, yeah, okay, but not this time. Okay. How about anything else to do here? I don't think so. Did the drafting studio. None of that is important. We could go to the drawing room, try to solve the puzzle, but I'll be honest, I'm just a little tired and I don't really want to do that. So I think we're gonna call it a day here. But what a day. What a day. We accomplished so much, and we definitely accomplished way more than I expect to accomplish today. So that's pretty crazy. But that is going to be it for the stream. Thank you so much for everyone who stopped by. Scratchy, Cat, it was good to see you guys, Mule, and then anybody who is just lurking or hanging out or watching in the shadows, see you and I appreciate you. Anyone who's checking out the VODs, also I see you and appreciate you. So we are going to be back on Thursday with more Blueprints action. We're going to solve even more puzzles. We're going to get to the bottom of that that diary situation and all the shenanigans that are involved with that. And we're going to start with Mondo Cash and Gems, which is going to be super sick. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. This week is our standard schedule. So we're going to have Thursday Blueprints, Friday Silk Song, Steel Soul, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Steel Soul. Next week, we're going to have a bit of a schedule change. We will not be having stream on Thursday, Friday. We will instead be doing stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the plan, we kind of have, it's a little bit of a loose plan right now. The plan is to do a stream on The plan is for Monday. We're gonna keep the same time. It's gonna be the 7 p.m. Eastern for like 3 or 4 hours. The plan though is Monday is going to be a music stream where we're gonna we're just gonna write a bunch of jingles for the alerts. Tuesday is going to be a standard Blueprints experience, and then Wednesday is going to be kind of a TBD. It's going to depend on like how the music stream goes. We might do like a different experimental game. We might double down on the music stream. We might do something else. So we're going to see how Monday goes, and we'll kind of weigh our options from there. But that's the plan for next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday streams, and then nothing Thursday, Friday. So, thanks for hanging out, Scratchy. Hope to see you in the next one. You can't wait. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're just gonna mix it up a little bit. We're gonna do some different stuff, and we're gonna see kind of where it all lands. So, but yeah, I'm excited to kind of finally start incorporating some actual music content into the GoodBerean experience. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. This week we're still doing standard Thursday Blueprints action on Thursday though. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining, and until next time, be good.